I'm getting your voice clearly. Yeah.
Okay,
Here
fine.
also clear.
Okay, good. Okay. So before get into that, Kotarji, is there in Zoom, can we have like a kind of a poll or a voting kind of feature quickly to get how many of you are using Sensibull Pro or how many are comfortable?
We can
or
have that
beginner?
one, but you can say around 25 to 30% are using Sensibull because
okay.
number of members have taken the Sensibull after their offer came.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can say around 20-25% they have a Sensibull. Either they are taking the paid one or they are using the free one.
Okay. So okay. But they started using very recently, right? Not
very recently, you can say, yeah.
okay.
Because after that offer we received, then we have taken that 5,200 something like that. Then we paid.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, using since long.
Okay.
So before getting to that, I would like to ask a few questions. That okay. Well, you are taking several trades or every month. How do you track your trades, or daily or monthly? Let's say you want to see your trades, how it happened last month or 2 months ago or 6 months ago. What were the trades you have taken and what happened in individual trade? How do you trade? How do you track? Number one. Question number two, monthly wise. So how do you track your profit and loss? What are the trades you have taken for the last 1 month? How they are performed? How do you know? How do you track it? And where do you how do you look into that over offline or online? How do you people keep track your trades? That is a question number two. Question number three, like you people discussed, right? I think Gupta ji brought point for TCS, several other trades. Suddenly, all of a sudden, our trade goes wrong due to a gap up or gap down. Then in that case, how do you visualize your loss or your profit? And how do you manage? How do you want to manage? How do you think about adjustments, if any? And how do you know if I make this adjustment, what happens? If I make this adjustments, what goes wrong? What is the better options available now? So these three questions, any of you can answer, or like you understand, right? One is, how do you track individual trades? How do you track your monthly trades? And how do you visualize your trades?
Actual answer, at least I am using it since long. Actually, the way what I am doing is, what are the different trades we done with the different brokers, I enter it in the virtual mode actually.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever it is closed, I am actually putting those rates also, and I am keeping it, for some time. That is one of the way, because I am not doing only with one broker. Of course, I am having with Angel. There I am straight away doing with Sensibull. Others also I am doing. I am entering the rates and keeping. And second part, you are telling how you are visualizing. Really, I am using your this payoff graphs.
Okay.
So that strategy builder I am using, and that is really useful also. So these are two things I am actively using it, and that delta and all also I am continuously monitoring with it.
Okay.
Sir, I am having accounts with India Infoline. As I told earlier, India Infoline is having Sensibull app, link is there, but analysis etc. is done there, but delta is not being shown there. And if at all it is shown, you cannot have the trades through that Sensibull directly to the India Infoline broker. So that part is, we are not knowing whether the facility is there, because I have taken paid Sensibull through India Infoline. I
think India Infoline has a tie-up with Sensibull.
Yeah, it is having, and they have taken the money also, and annual subscription I have taken. But that facilities like delta management and everything is not. I think I am not clear. But India Infoline में अगर हमने trade ले लिया, उसको analyze करना है, तो Sensibull से we are in a position to analyze and all that. But not reverse नहीं है. Like if I enter some trade in Sensibull, and if I do it, let us say trade, so that is not possible if delta management is to be done, like delta, gamma, beta, all those things. Please explain those also.
Okay. So anybody tracks their trade manually or over Excel sheet or by any manual tracking?
I manage through by Google Sheet.
Okay.
Google Sheet, what I do, because I have to place the order for the next day for my algo trader. So I have got all the positions in my Google Sheet, and there I manage and I put EOD data.
Okay.
EOD data of everything, whatever the open positions I have. For those, I'll put my LTP there, and on the basis of that LTP, I will decide how my position is moving, whether I'm in profit or in loss, or I should take more call or more put, or I spare. All the decision I am able to take through my Google Sheet. I maintain through Google Sheet only.
So, okay, sir. So when you say Google Sheet, it's a kind of a manual tracking, right? You
Manual
enter.
tracking, manual tracking. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want at a glance, and I want to monitor what is my total liability also.
Okay.
Because then I calculate what is the future liability against the future. Suppose the stock has fallen, say, by 20%. If I have to take the delivery of the future. Similarly, if the put has fallen by around 20%, then I have to take the delivery against the put also. So I just calculate what is my notional liability of the future and the short put. That should not exceed my trading capital.
Okay, I understand, sir. So, okay. So even a few months, even at least last year, I was also managing things manually, entering in Excel sheet, and I also even some extent I have written some code for to get the payoff graph also. When I didn't know all those things, when I never knew about payoff graph and all, I used to do Excel tracking, manual tracking, and also I wrote some code how to get a payoff chart for various values. I have done like that as well. Okay, now we are all also doing the straddle part we are discussing, right? We all know straddle is generally very good when IV is very high. So how do you, so at this point of time today or one trading day, I would like to know which is the stock has higher IV, means high IV percentile, so that I want to look at that what are the stocks are available with the high IV percentile IV, so that I want to check straddle position over that. Do you check like that? Do you know daily? Can you track any of you? Those who cannot talk can message in the box chart. I will also look into that. How do you track those better trades we have per the day, or how do you say? Because so in case there is a earnings season, let's say, so that is the right time for us to check which stock is
So there
having
is this screener facility. You already have it in Sensibull. From there, you can screen stocks.
I am checking through Opstra. Opstra, there is a one page that is dashboard of option. There you get the straddle premium of all the stocks in the sorted manner. You can sort those, premium. So you can immediately find out today the Vedanta is giving the highest percentage, or GIL is giving, or other stocks are giving. So from that, I am able to find out which stocks are good for short straddle from the Opstra page. Opstra.
Even we have it in Sensibull also. There is a screener facility. You can select stock basis IVP. So currently I can see PNB, Ambuja Cements, Hindalco, they are having higher IVP. And you can
I want to calculate your straddle premium also. Whether it is giving premium also?
No, premium ATM IV is there, future price is there, but no, premium is not there.
Your Opstra is giving the premium also. Opstra is giving the straight away the straddle premium at the percentage of versus your ATM price. What is the return you are getting? So on the basis of return, you can sort. Here I'm getting 11%. Here I'm getting 12%. Here maybe your TCS giving 6%. So you can make a sort, and then immediately you can find out of all the 194 stock. That is the advantage in Opstra. That I didn't find in Sensibull. Yeah.
Okay. Let us see all those things. And yeah, have you ever come across to watching chart for straddle? Did you come across straddle chart or a straddle based? There is separate chart or for a straddle actually.
Yeah.
Because for intraday or some other purpose, there is one. Did you see such things? Okay. And other thing is, do you see, have you ever thought about that if I take this many adjustments, this trade, what is the margin for this trade? Which trade is taking lesser margin? Which trade is, or what are the adjustment would take higher margin? Because even margin management is also part of our strategy, right? So I have 10 lakh, 10 lakhs of that 5 lakh is consumed by one strategy, in that case, I'll be in trouble. I cannot take another trade. So how do you manage your margin management? So how do you look into that margin? Every day, every time, do you go and look into Zerodha or some other broker, check what is the margin requirement for this trade? How do you look into that margin requirement? Okay, so if I don't get answer, means maybe I assume that it's not much clear for you all, at least a few people. I assume that, so that I would cover all those things today's session. And also, yeah, and would you like to know what are the big boys are really doing today, or actually doing for last 1 week, or maybe another few days? What is their plan? Big boys in the sense of what I mean to say that, let's say FIS, majorly FIS, right? So what are they doing? I would like to know their activity. What are their big bets, and what are they doing? What are they planning? What are the stocks they buying heavily, or which stocks would be getting a higher volume all of a suddenly, or which stock is going long build up, which stock is getting a short covering? Or I would like, in a nutshell, I want to know what FAs are doing. Can I track their activity so that at least I will get an idea to predict what is going to happen next few days? This is a prediction to get a better probability. Do you have you ever able to track such things? Yeah.
No,
So,
sir. We,
yeah.
we would like to learn.
Yeah, good. So yeah, whatever, I think I'm ending these questions. So whatever these questions, right? These all are questions even you and I, when I had these questions. So all these questions very well addressed today over this Sensibull walkthrough. So Sensibull, let me tell you, I am not it's not a promotional at all. I am also a user or a trader like you and anybody else. With Sensibull, there is no relation at all. Okay, so yeah, so here I would like to just help you knowledge what I gain. Maybe there are several more other features in Sensibull. I may not able to cover that. Even once you know the path and entry, so you would then explore what is all about that. Somebody is telling sound quality is not good.
It's perfect.
It's okay.
It is perfect.
Perfect.
fine.
No problem.
Okay. Now, so this is the one does not have any presentation or PPT like that. Directly land you through the Sensibull page. I will explain what are the options are available there and what is that all about that. So I will tell you by end of this session, all these questions are very well answered. Number one. Number two, you very well visualize your strategy, your prediction, or maybe suppose what if tomorrow you take a strategy on this, let's say TCS. In next 3 days, TCS goes up another 10%. What would happen? Like a kind of a forward testing. We all know the back testing, right? I'm talking about forward testing. So we would like to know forward testing, because back testing anyway for us no use. Just forward testing is useful, right? When we take a trade, for us what is useful is forward testing. What if it happens trade goes up or gap up this much, gap down this much? What would be my profit and loss by that time? In another 2 days, another 3 days, what would happen? So these are the things actually we should know. And if we know, without knowing any of these things also, still we can trade, we can make profit and loss, that is okay. But if you know this data, right? Data is important in a trading world. More you know data, more you plan better and effectively, so that you understand, you can visualize what is going to happen to my trade or my strategy, so that you can make a better plan and adjustment accordingly. If you don't know anything, then we'll be in blank. So when we are stuck in a trade, even initially, very beginning days, when I take a trade, if it goes wrong, then my mind, I mean, all of us, right? So mind was used to be blank. I didn't know. My view was the trade, the stock would go up, but it didn't go up. It fell 10%. What to do? It is showing huge loss. So these are the things are there. In that case, our best companion is this kind of a tool, our Sensibull, who really helps us to understand much better. Okay, I will share my screen. I think good voice.
There's some sound issues there. So what I would request you make your laptop setting to 100%. Then the sound will be sound should be okay. I'm getting the good sound. I'm not facing any problem.
Okay, fine. So I will share my screen directly. So I'll show you that one. Are you all able to see this
Yeah.
home page Sensibull?
Yeah, we can say.
Okay, this is okay. So if you see, okay, let me take some marker as well. Yeah, if you see here, right, so you have several options. Like here is easy options are there. Easy options one. Let me. Yeah. This is easy options. One option is there, and strategy wizard. So easy option is there now. Just you can learn something you want to explore. Like right. So suppose one you are trading something you want to explore, something you want to see. What if this strategy? How does it work over a period of time? You want to try in a kind of a normal way. Some keep you. How do you keep the strategy? How does the strategy work and all those things? You can track. So it is easy options. Another one is a strategy wizard. So strategy wizard, there is a one where you can get a ready-made strategies, because we don't know. We know only view. Let's say I know Nifty from now it would go hardly next week by Thursday it would go another 200 points, not more than that. In that case, what do you do? What are the best strategies I can deploy? What are the strategies available? With my knowledge, maybe I don't know what exact I can do. Though I know my view Nifty goes another 200 points, but I don't know how to get the profit. So normal strategy, normal views, if market is expected to go up, buy calls. Market is expected to go down, buy puts. These are the basic people would think, but these two are not a good strategies. They are very well bad. So those are not the thing. So what is best way? What is the one, if I take this strategy, what is the max profit? What is the max loss? Does it have a max unlimited loss or unlimited profit? All the things, how do I know that? So that is where you can know that but in strategy wizard. And I want to create my own strategy. I have my knowledge. I know what to do, what not to do. So I know this script has a good opportunity. Then how do you build your own strategy so that you can visualize a profit and loss accordingly you can make? That is where you can understand strategy builder. And as I told you, right, suppose would like to plan some strategy on your own without investing your money. Just want to explore. You want to experiment some strategies. That is where virtual trade. Virtual trade is where you can experiment, and also you can track all your trades monthly or weekly or yearly. This is a kind of a database. You can store all your data here. As long as the expiry is not closed, you can see everything in virtual trade. You can trade with virtual money or without real money, and you can track all your trades here. And so if you want to learn more, suppose any predictions, different Greeks, all other things, you have an option like learn more. And so this is the one I'm going to cover option 1, this is 2, this is 3 and 4, yeah, 5. So this 5 is not much useful if you are already know much better things. Otherwise, yeah, all other things are useful to you today to understand. Okay. Now, I'll show you what is there in easy options. So, okay, on everybody, I'll want to make one. I would like to cover important aspects of Sensibull. I don't want to cover everything in Sensibull. Sensibull has a lot of things. If I started covering each and every point, maybe time is not sufficient. So I would directly take you through what is actually required for us to understand. Then from there we can explore. Let's say easy options. Let's say, see, USD INR is there. Okay, I'm not covering is USD INR. Yeah, Nifty is there. So where will Nifty be this Thursday? As I explained, right? So by this Thursday, Nifty will be up. Let's say I plan up, right? So now, when I expect this Nifty goes up, so here is the option. Is it a small move, or an average move, or a big move? So here you see, if it is a small move, here is telling that max profit is 1,170, max loss is 3,830, and an average move like that, max profit, max loss is there. And big move, definitely we have to bet for max profit strategy. Max profit and max loss. Sorry, max profit is unlimited and max loss would be what is that? In that case, accordingly, you can take trades based on this. Let's say this Thursday, by this day, I expect this to be an average move. In this average move, you see, number of lots and all you can choose. Let's say I want to trade that one. Really, I can trade either two options. Either I can trade or I can trade virtual, means without money. Let us say I want to trade an average move. So average move. So what is that is giving to me like? So it is giving me, this spot is around 18,700. What I do, so people are beginners or people who do not have much knowledge about options. They think, yeah, let's buy option, a call option. That's how they think. But what is it is telling that buy option and sell option. It's like a bull call. It is suggesting. When it is bull call is suggesting, if you see here, right, I will just so here, what is the margin requirement this trade? Suppose margin requirement is 31,000, and what is margin available you have? It is showing that one. So based on that, you can think about whether I can take this trade or I cannot trade. What is the best one? If you want to make modifications, yeah. If you want to convert into different ratio, that and all, you can do that. And now, if you want to do all these things at a market order, you can place all at market order. Normally, how do you trade? When you want to take a trade, normally in broker, right, we will have to add those strikes and we'll take one by one. Or if you want, you can keep in a basket order. When you keep basket order, actually we really do not or cannot track all the bid ask spread, how much is bid ask and all those things we don't know. But in Sensibull, we know all the things. What is the bid ask is going on, right? For the those premiums, and either I can place market order. Yeah, I can do that everything in market order. Like that, you can plan the trade. This is how you can plan. This is about easy option. So yeah, so this is how you can predict and you can make. This is a trade and a virtual trade. Yeah, I would, there is a session separately. I would explain that what is all about virtual trade. Yeah, I think this is much better. This is about Nifty or a bank Nifty and USD INR, whichever is you can do. So here you can see, right? If you have a very lower capital, you can trade. This is what is telling that USD INR as low as 2,000 rupees. Still, you can trade in USD INR. So this is of people who having less capital, still want to trade and learn. Yes, for them, USD INR is the best tool they can do that. Of course, yeah, Nifty, Bank Nifty, other stock options is a pure capital market where you need a higher capital, you can do it. Otherwise, you cannot trade. This is about USANR. Now, this is about all about easy options. Now, strategy wizard. Let's go to strategy wizard. What is that all about? Here, as we said, right, get ready-made strategies. What is ready-made strategies here? I will show you. So here it's telling you can predict. So you can make a prediction here. So prediction is, let's say, between, let's say I expect this week prediction is it would be, let's say, 18,500, or let's say, yeah, 18,400 and 18,800 is my prediction by this upcoming weekly expiry. Then what are the strategies available within this range? What can I do? What are the best strategies I can deploy? Let's say I want to see. So I have given my prediction as between range, or if it's up or down, whatever is, you can choose based on the options. For now, I given prediction for between. Yeah. Now, if this is the one, so here see, what are the events are there within this time period? There are, it's showing 3 events, or totally 8 events. What are the major events? Is 3. So RBI interest rate decision, 7th and 9th is inflation rate, whatever. So major events, anything is there, it will show you that. Of course, let me see 5 more. Yeah. So the Fed rate, yeah, we all know, right? So 15th is the 13th and 15th, or 13th and 15th is very major upcoming events for the month. So we'll watch these events. Based on that, we can predict. Based on the prediction, what are the strategies available we can take. No, so it is for that. So as I given, right, 18,400 to 18,800 is one I have given. So one, it is suggesting that call spread, so various strategies it is giving. So every strategy it is telling that. So what is the profit? Max profit, break even, approximate capital, how much is capital requirement? If you are there in 5 days, what is the return you can expect? All the things are there. If you like any of the things as per your comfort level, you can plan, you can trade. So so in a way, virtually, Sensibull is helping you to as a mentor. So as we know, right, many people pay thousands to lakhs for mentorship, but it's Sensibull. If you have a very basic knowledge, it would tell you all those details. Based on that, you can plan. Let's say, what is the call spread? So it's telling the call spread about 18,800 to 90,200, something like that. So let's say, what is there? So I clicked on that. So it is telling the summary. What is the details about this call spread? What is max profit and max order? Probability of the profit is 60%. Yeah, if you want Greeks, and you can see Greeks, and about this strategy, I want to see analyze the option. So okay, so there are several things. So you can explore all those things. So want to analyze this option, right? So what I have done is like monthly options. I sold 18,800 call and 19,200 call I bought. This is a bear call spread. So if I take this bear call spread, so this is the one. So max profit this much, probability is this much. This is what I am telling. Suppose, so this is a strategy. You have some knowledge where at any cost, it doesn't go 18,900 by this expiry. So then I'll change 18,900. I'll change not one lot. I want to take a 2 lot. Buy is okay. So I want to make it as a spread. If you see here, earlier was probability is 60. Now it became 67%. Now, suppose you want to add one more leg for this. You want to increase your probability. Suppose you have 19,200 bought. Again, you want to add one more, let's say 19,300, 19,300, one more sell. Because you don't want to
Sir,
give.
sir, expiry, you'll have to change the expiry. The earlier were 29 December, this one is 8 December.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So POP has gone up. 67 now became 68. So like that, what you can do, you can take the existing template of the trades. On top of that, you can add your knowledge, your experience, or your prediction. Might have better inputs you have. So as per that, you can manage and you can think about the trades. I would explain the pair graph and all these parameters upcoming slide. Okay, that is about this. So prediction, as per that prediction, you can think about different ways of predicting the market and all. You can learn. So based on your inputs, it will, in a nutshell, based on your input, it will give you ready-made strategies. Maybe we all not master in all the strategies, right? Our aim is to not to become a master in a strategy, right? We are all here to make money. So whatever strategies are available, suppose you are good at this strategy, particular strategy, let's say bull call spread is your favorite strategy. A bear call is your favorite strategy. You know, if it goes wrong, bear call, you know how to adjust it better way. Then you can focus on the strategy. So, but it has all other available strategies. So which strategy fit into that scenario? You can take a decision. You can use on that one. That is all about ready-made strategies. So now I will move on to create your own strategy. It takes a good time. So far, is it clear? Any questions so far, whatever we discussed? Can you speak up, anybody? So then I move on to create your own strategies. That is a separate one. I will explain.
Yes, sir, all clear so far. So good.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Then let's move on to
One
create your own
question.
strategy.
Yeah. One minute. This ready-made strategies, once we make it, can we feed that directly into the broker's terminal from Sensibull?
Yeah, I will show you that. So yeah, other part, I'm not sure whether I covered it, either I said it here or not. I will show you that. So here, when you say trade, means it actually trade with your money. Let's say I put trade. I click on the trade. Trade. Here you see two options. One is a trade. One is a virtual trade. Virtual trade is a without money, just an on-paper trade. Trade is, see, Sensibull is giving you two options. Whether you can log in your Sensibull with your broker credentials, number one. Number two, or you can log in Sensibull with your own personal ID. So when you use your personal ID, yeah, you generally cannot trade, just normally isolate your Sensibull from broker. When you log in Sensibull with your broker, it will get you more details, which means you can directly trade in a terminal. Let's say I say trade. See, this trade is when I place the order, place all at market, whatever. When I place a order, so it will be placed to your terminal. You can see back end your broker orders book. You can find the order book, what is there and all those things. And also here you can see again order book also. You can see order book here. You can see your broker terminal. So because this is a very good place in Sensibull, you can track your trade. If trade or gas prices fluctuating very high, you can change. You can make change here also. You can retry very quickly. Something is not doing well. You can retry here again. You can make change accordingly. This is a market. Suppose limit order. You are placed a limit order. Let's say because here you can see everything. Whatever requirement you need to know. Bid ask spread. You can see. Is a 15 points. 57.6 is one. No, I want to keep is 50. No, trade is coming close to suddenly 51. You would think 50 is not even higher price. I want to change it to 49. Immediately you can change. You can place order. So this is where one page where you can see all your orders, bid ask spread, and their values, and also spot. How spot is moving. Here you can see spot. Under that you can see here. So according to you, whatever the basic parameters you should know before placing order or after placing the order. All those parameters are available here. Here you can change. Suppose here it's intraday, you can place intraday. If it is intraday and overnight, you can change it. If it is market, here also option can be limit. Is it a limit order or market order? If you want to play market order, you can say update prices. So it takes a recent traded price and all together one shot, you can place the order. So this is what. So when you log in with your broker credentials, based on that, it will tell you what is the margin available, what is the margin needed for this. Based on that, you can make or you can take a decision.
Okay, clear.
But it will work with that broker only, which is having attachment with the Sensibull, isn't it?
No. So this is each broker. Yes, whichever broker you log in, it works with the same broker. I don't think any tool is available which would work with multiple brokers.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
Yeah, but that is because let's say it has a integrated with the multiple brokers. Yeah, that is where maybe you have to you need to keep the option that which broker this trade is to be executed.
I think ICICI that it is there, but not with finish yet.
So I mean, in that is the case, it would become more complex, right? I mean, you have 3 brokers, 4 brokers, so you have to keep changing. Of course, maybe there is an option, not sure, but big traders or big positions, they would take maybe who is managing this. They have different clients, right? So different clients have different brokers. They want to copy the same trade across all the brokers, all their clients, and that is where they use. Maybe retailer like you and I maybe don't need this multiple broker integration. So since you all clear about this easy options and get ready-made strategies and what is all about that, now I'm getting into strategy builder. Now, strategy builder, if you see here, even in the strategy builder, down one, you can see you have a ready-made. If you see, is it a bullish, bearish, neutral, even what other thing you have a prediction. That way you can choose according to, see, bullish, these are bullish strategies. Bull call, sell put, bull call spread, bull put spread, long calendar with calls, bull so when they introduced recently new strategies also. Earlier I didn't see these strategies. bull butterfly.
If you spend some more time on this straddle for in this ready-made strategies.
Yes. So even there are several things. So thing is that this all for us, no, it's kind of a homework. We have a very good fun or a good learning point. You can learn, you can explore several options. Maybe we do not know several strategies are there. We call this strategy this different name, that different name. But yeah, but all the different strategies are available. The bearish, so that's a bearish strategy. Neutral, what are neutral strategies? Iron butterfly and a short strangle, we know that, and short iron condor, we know that. So maybe neutral strategies we know only, let's say, straddle, but there is other strategy like jade lizard, reverse jade lizard. This is something actually I wanted to cover, I wanted to tell, but there are other shades about that. What is jade lizard or what is reverse jade lizard? So there are different flavors to same underlying strategies. Wherever we go, short straddle is a basic strategy, or short strangle is a basic strategy. So on top of that, all other strategies are built around that to make it different risk reward as per the risk appetite and different flavors, different shapes. So that's all built based on that. Of course, even other strategies, ratio spreads. So these are all those who have pro subscription. They can play. They don't want to trade those strategies with their money. You can trade with in virtual trade. You can experiment and you can see the results of that. This is about ready-made strategies available. What are the things? Now, this is all about the. So I want to reset. I want to clear new trade. I don't want to use existing one. I know what to do. I know what is my strategy. I know what shall I do. So then this is a case, then I can choose here. Yeah, please, those who do not speak, can you go on mute? Yeah, suppose, since we are discussing about the TCS, let me enter TCS. I want to take a trade on TCS. TCS, this is now spot is 3,450 around. It's already corrected after a huge rally from 3,150 to 450, 300 points. So what I would expect this from now, TCS would not break a 500 level. At the same time, TCS unlikely to break maybe 300. My expectation in the TCS would be 300 to 3,300 to 3,500. Now, that is the one I have my view. So what I do, I want to build straddle. Let us say, when I say straddle, slightly bullish, means maybe another 50 points, not more than that, or another 50 points down, not more than that. That is my expectation. That is my prediction for this month. What I do, if you see, so this strip is there, some slight strip is selected where spot is close to that strike. That is a strip is selected. So if you see this strip, after that, see, I think we are discussing about what are the Greeks available. So here you can see, you can choose what are the Greeks you want to see. You can see Greeks of those strikes and all. You want to see open interest? Yes. So here open interest you can see. As I told you, right? Just my prediction is, I said 3,500. What is my base? 3,500. I simply cannot make a lottery, right? So we will make a prediction based on data. So we always, there must be data accompanied or decision. My data point is open interest. I mean, I would cover open interest part later. What is the open interest here itself? In this case, it's showing 3,500 has got a higher open interest. If it misses, then I have another 600. But immediate resistance is 3,500 higher open interest. Is a red color, right? You can see red color. When higher calls means red color means what? It's a resistance, right? And green color, what is 3,400, right? 400 or 300 equal. Again, another open interest. This is the green color. So based on this, I see it doesn't go. I mean, it stays between 3,500 and 3,300 or 400. So what are the options I have? If I am a conservative trader, I can take short triangle. Let's say I sell 3,500, I sell 3,300, put, I sell. Of course, now premiums are very low because we are almost IV is very less, and we have very less time. When
So now complaints coming. Can you speak loudly or can you speak nearer to your laptop?
yeah, so actually I keep the mic closed only. Is it fine?
This is okay. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. This mic issue. That's where I'll put close. Okay.
Yeah.
So if this is the one, so based on the premiums,
Actually, without mic, it was coming better.
Hello?
Without mic, it is coming better. That's what.
Is it, let me try without mic. Let's see. I removed mic. How is it now?
Yeah, it is better now.
Oh, okay. I think I made a wrong choice. Okay. Okay. Now, so based on that, so we'll take a decision short triangle. Now, so a person like Kotari sir thinks that why should I take a short triangle? I go straight away straddle. Now, if I go straddle, even straddle also doesn't have good price, but okay, but we'll take a straddle. Let's see. I know thing, and I'll take a straddle price. Straddle price is this. If I take a straddle, this is a 460 is a straddle, right? I'll take a straddle. Sell. Here I can see. Here we see. Here you see what are the strike you can choose. You can choose how many lots you have. You can choose. Once you choose, right, it appears all the details here. What is the max profit? This is the max profit. Why this is? Okay. Fine. So see, once you choose the strikes, right side, let me take, a right side. See, here it shows what is the max profit. Max loss is unlimited, you know that. And what is the break even? So those break even points are covered here. So from here, you are safe 3% down, you are safe 4%, 4.3% up. And what is again margin requirement? 90K. So this is something you can think about that.
How the projected return is calculated? How the return projected return is calculated?
Yeah, based on the margin. Say 90,000 is blocked. Yeah, return is 20,000 is on the 90,000.
So then how it is 0.82%?
Where is 0.82?
The projected return 0.82. What is the projected return 0.82?
This
just below POP, just below POP.
Plus T. No, that's T plus 0 days projected return here.
Huh?
That's your live PNL end of day.
This is not much useful, but yeah, over a period of time. Let's say tomorrow, decay has happened. In that case, you will be in profitable, right? If still stock stays in neutral,
decay takes place. In that case, maybe you are getting 2000. That says it shows the return up like a
Kothari sir,
17
it is the number of
17
days
the
to
max.
expiry and the premium that we are getting divided by that.
So that means it is the position on the spot. Whenever
Per
you
day,
want
it is kind of per day theta. It is a per day theta loss.
per day theta.
Yeah. I mean, अगर price यही रहा,
हाँ,
कल मंडे शाम को यही रहा, so
हाँ,
you will be getting 900 rupees profit, which
Okay.
is 0.82% on your capital on a
हाँ,
margin.
हाँ, ओके। और अगर मान लो ये जैसा 1500 हो जाता है तो फिर क्या होगा?
तो वो तो बढ़ेगा ना। ये तो क्या है कि everything
Sir,
being
ये
as it is, the volatility,
blue
the volatility
sir,
being
ये
same, the price being same, this is the profit that you will get. That is the logic.
अच्छा, projected
Per
return
day theta.
अच्छा per day, तो then it should say कि current return यार, it should not say projected return. projected return का मतलब तो ऐसा होगा कि एक महीने के अंदर मुझे इतना रिटर्न आने वाला है. Projected का means basically high achieved.
So that is the max profit ना. अगर वो होने आए तो वो तो max profit हो गया आपका.
तो उस
महीने
max profit का मुझे ROI कितना आ रहा है, मुझे वो देखना है. अच्छा, that is 17%. Okay, okay.
हाँ.
अच्छा,
Yeah, I will add here. Suppose, see, here actually projected return means, so let's say if you see your date on Monday, it's showing Monday 5th, right? If Monday 5th, stock stays here only and all other parameters are constant. By that time, your projected return is 0.83% on this date.
Okay.
Stock opens there, so with the including decay and all together calculation, projected return would be this 0.83% on Monday. Everything is same as it appears on the screen by Monday end of the day.
Can you make it? Can you make it to Friday? Next Friday, and then project some price?
Yeah, I'll show you. That's why. Good. So let us say if it stays here, I'll show you. Let's say this is a I will show you next day. This is called, I told you, right? Forward testing. Let's say this is Monday. So again, stock stays here on Tuesday. So it keeps going up, right? So projected return would be 1.2%. On Wednesday, it would be 1,660. Thursday would be, yeah, you keep watching that projected return. So on Friday,
I got it. Yeah.
I'll make it expiry date. Let's say let's go to an expiry day. It stays there. And what is the projected return? Let's say 29th. You have 14. Projected return is 14. So that's what. So based on that, it shows that just for getting a value.
Okay.
So on 29th and date time is 11:59 a.m. Let's say I'll change the time. Time also, if I change, then you will see full profit. Let's say 3:30. Yeah. Now somehow it's showing maybe some other internal values. It's showing 14%, but yeah, ideally that is the graph goes based on the time and other values. So if stocks continue to, because yeah, it's a 14. Because why 14? It is not in center, right? It is a left side still. That is why showing 14%. It goes little bit higher. Let's say our strike is 460, right? That make you 460. Then it goes 3,460. Let us say. Yeah.
17% order.
No, you will get 70% on that day. That is the based on the time. So this is how you can do forward testing. What happens if it goes here, if it goes there, like that, you can think all the way. So in addition to that, in the pair graph also you can see open interest here itself. So what is the strikes? This higher one is open interest 3,500 open interest, and 3,400 is a very good straddle is going on. Yeah, so in one page you understand about all your strategy.
Achha, one more question I have. What is the difference between fund needed and margin needed?
Yeah, funds needed is to take this trade. You take this trade. Once trade is executed, what is the funds you must be maintaining to have this trade, continue to hold this trade?
Means what?
Okay, let me.
सर कोठारी सर 1,09,000 होगा तो आप ये ट्रेड ले पाएंगे, और जब आप ट्रेड ले लेंगे तो एक्चुअली इसका मार्जिन रिक्वायरमेंट जो ब्रोकर लेगा आपसे वो 90,000 ही लेगा. ही विल रिलीज सम मार्जिन, बट ये ट्रेड लेने के लिए 1,09,000 होना चाहिए अकाउंट में, उसके पहले आप ले नहीं पाएंगे.
I think this is the difference between the fund needed minus max profit is your for margin needed. You mean to say?
No.
I don't think. See, I'll tell you, sir. Suppose.
No, premium है ना. Whatever the premium you collected, so that premium will be reduced from the fund needed. So that become the margin.
Yes, sir, it is right, because what happened after taking trade, that premium is credited to your account.
So that means the fund needed minus your straddle premium will be equal to your margin needed. Is it so?
Yeah, maybe that is also considered. Yes, that when you sell, you will get some premium. That value is anyway considered. That comes to your. But before executing, assuming that you do not have funds, I mean, you do not receive the premium in your account. But that time you need funds needed. Yes.
Because now I understood the logic is your margin is the straddle premium is credited to your ledger next day. So on the day of starting the straddle, you should have 1.09, and from the next day after 24 hours, your margin will reduce to 90,520 because your
exactly,
premium is credited.
Correct. Exactly. Funds needed. It appears here funds needed minus your premium received.
Right. Correct. Clear. And margin available, that is what is available in our account. Yeah, that's okay.
Correct. Yeah, that is anyway availability of that. Yeah. So now, after this, let's say once you make up this strategy, now you see this. Let me reset values. Reset date. Yeah. Now, here you see blue line. Anybody notice this blue line? This blue line is the one P line, which means transactional line. So +1, T +1, T +2, T +3. It shows. So that is how you understand how it is going on every day based on the T. If it moves
not clear. Can you explain again what is the blue line?
Yeah, blue line. A blue line is that. So T +1, T +2 is there, right? So expiry. See here you see Monday 05 is the one, right? Now I go here. Let us say 06 I selected. Now, so by spot comes to here. When you place here, let's say some from here, market goes, let's say TCS tomorrow, I'll show you. Monday, tomorrow, I mean on Monday, TCS moves, let's say 2%. I show you 2% up, means it spot becomes 3,508. What is my value? Here, yeah, Monday, that's the value is showing there, is expected is -89819. Minus 819 is the strategy will give you on that day. That is called a blue line. Blue line is the one which goes with you, with the trade, actual trade days. I'm not sure. Is it make it a thing? Is it blue line is that you can track with the trade. Can you notice?
Sir, actually, it will show the what is the MTM of PL and P&L if the price move to that on that time on that price.
Okay, let me put this way. Let us say on Monday, I want to know if TCS gaps up with 5% on Monday. What would happen? Let's say then I will make 5%. TCS is 5%. I'll make it 5%. Now TCS is 5% on Monday, on 15th of December. What would be my strategy? What happens to my strategy? My strategy or my trade gives me 9,892 rupees loss. That loss is, I say, blue line. If it spot goes or a market opens, TCS is at 5% up on Monday, what would happen to my trade is shown in blue line. That is what here we clear, sir?
Then what is difference
Sir,
between the upper line and the lower line?
what
the
is
upper line,
Ah,
upper
Upper
line is
line
showing
is, sir, your
expiry day profit and loss.
huh?
अपर लाइन सर एक्सपायरी डे पे आपका प्रॉफिट लॉस शो कर रहा है कि अगर प्राइस यहाँ पे मूव करेगा, बट
हाँ।
ब्लू लाइन जैसे जैसे टाइम के साथ प्राइस मूव कर रहा है उसके हिसाब से शो कर रहा है।
अच्छा 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 ओके।
सपोज एक ही दिन में गैप अप हो गया तो सर हमारे स्ट्रैडल में लॉस दिखने लगता है। अगर एक ही दिन में गैप डाउन हो गया तो वो ये शो कर रहा है कि अगर आपका प्राइस एक ही दिन में इतना गैप अप या गैप डाउन हो जाता है तो इट विल शो दैट मच लॉस इन योर स्ट्रेटजी।
ओके ओके ओके, नाउ क्लियर। दैट मींस कि जो लोअर लाइन है, ब्लू लाइन है, दैट गिव्स मी ऑन द स्पॉट मेरा क्या प्राइस चल रहा है, उस समय मेरा क्या प्रॉफिट लॉस है, करेक्ट। और जो अपर लाइन है वो ये दिखा रहा है कि मेरे को एक्सपायरी के दिन ये रेट पे क्लोज होगा तो ये मेरा लॉस एंड प्रॉफिट होगा।
बिल्कुल सर, और ये नीली लाइन अगर आपका प्राइस वही स्टे करता है तो धीरे धीरे ये ऊपर शिफ्ट होती जाएगी आपकी।
हाँ, ओके ओके।
This is available in Opstra also.
Huh?
This is available in Opstra also.
Yeah,
same thing. The blue line is available in everywhere. Yeah,
correct. Right.
Opstra में भी है, right. But
So
the difference
it's
I
like
get to know today.
Yeah, it's a more of like it's a kind of a MTM. So some people doesn't want to see huge MTM loss. So they feel afraid of looking at the MTM loss. Based on that, suppose tomorrow it's open, break even itself is broken next day itself. Oh, it's showing 7,000. That is the way what happens now. Suppose, let's say I would like to make this strategy much more safer. What I do, so I'll go and buy, let's say 3,300 buy, and let's say under 3,600 buy. So I took some edges. Now, what happens the blue line? So blue line again, the kind of MTM would come down. Earlier it was showing around 6,000, 7,000 loss, but now it is showing, if you observe that MTM loss is less, expiry day loss is more. Earlier MTM loss or blue line loss is more and expiry day loss is less. Are you getting my point? This is how MTM, and one can plan accordingly, either one would like to take hedges or not to take hedges. They can plan according to their risk appetite. They can plan the trade, because when straddle MTM is very high, but expiry day MTM final expiry day, if it spots close there, loss is very less. So whether to exit the day, trade that day, or to hold, all will come to know based on this pay-up graph blue line. I think it's clear, right? So when you take a hedges, blue and other thing is different. When you don't take hedges, MTM and the blue line is different. I mean, values are different. That's what I want to say that. Yeah. Okay. So hope it is clear so far, right? So this is a trade you can explore here. And yeah, if you go down PLN table, this is where you can see Greeks that would like to know that. Suppose at the last week we had a session, right? How to neutralize delta. So all that we can track. Suppose this is a delta neutral, as of now it's a minus 12. Suppose this is a minus 12. Still delta is assuming that not that great. What I do, suppose what is taking the delta? Suppose here, I just take you to the Greeks. The year is 460 put, 69 call is minus 81. Then what I want to do this, neutralize the delta. Maybe I can go to Greeks here. I want to take another put sell, right? Suppose let's say I sell this one, another one, which is of minus 13. That is 3,260. Now almost my delta become neutral. So over your strategy on the live, I think last time I don't know, somebody has asked us, right? So this way you can manage your Greeks, especially delta, whether it's looking neutral or manage, add more. Accordingly, you can think about that. You can add this, you can add this whatever you can take, so you can adjust. And accordingly, of course, yeah, this profit and loss would be changing, and the break evens also will be changing that. So in single page, so one can think about that many things, how one can manage this trade and how well a trade can be effectively adjusted. What is the thing? What if I sell additional put? What happens? What happens with all those things? We can think about that. Gupta ji is there in the call. I think he's the one who took the TCS trade. He says something. We'll see here how it happens. How do we adjust the trade here? We'll see that. What are the strikes and all? Can you tell you, sir?
He took it 3,300 all and put.
33. Straddle only, right?
Straddle. When
What
he
is
took
the
it was-
premium price? Remember?
It was 90 and 64.
90, 63.
63, 64 63 होगा, ठीक है.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is the trade. Let me add.
90 कॉल का होगा या put का होगा? कॉल का 90 होगा because it was an up move.
Yeah, right.
So I will add it to virtual trade. Here I'm storing the strategy. So then I will add some additional adjustments and we'll see how does it look like and how do we manage this one. Let's say test drives.
The live trades cannot be added to a portfolio.
Yeah, we can add.
We can add that also.
Yeah, live trades. Yeah.
Live trades you can see in your position itself, and there only you can analyze and make whatever changes you want.
Because I was thinking from the historical perspective. Supposedly we are added to a portfolio of particular strategies. And so can we then analyze those strategies together, how they have performed month on month basis or something like that?
No, you'll have to store only, then only you can see. You'll have to store.
Because in broker,
once the expiry goes, then that position is closed and everything goes away. So you cannot store them. Unless you virtually store them month-wise, month on whatever strategy you are taking, you'll have to store it in your virtual trades.
Once we have taken the original trade, जो भी adjustment होंगी, how it will be, will it be again trade and then it will be executed? Or we'll have to go to do adjustment manually?
No. If you have a broker login, तो वहाँ पे आप adjustment you can throw straight away. I mean, you can select whatever strike you want to sell and you can push the order. It will go in your position through your position and analyze. You can push orders. बट आपने क्या लिया है और आपका जैसे सपोज ये आप 20 स्ट्रेटेजी कर रहे हो या 10 स्ट्रेटेजी कर रहे हो एक मंथ में और 10 स्ट्रेटेजीज में आपका हर स्ट्रेटेजी में क्या पीएनएल रहा, अगर आप सिर्फ लाइव रखोगे तो वो एवरी एक्सपायरी पे वो चला जाएगा. उसको स्टोर करने के लिए आपको वर्चुअल ट्रेड में एक एडजस्टमेंट्स और जब आपने लिया था वो सारा स्टोर करेंगे आप, तो एक स्ट्रेटेजी को आप सेव कर पाएंगे. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ यू कैन एनालाइज कि आपके इस शॉर्ट स्ट्रैडल में आपका क्या पीएनएल था, इसमें क्या था, इसमें क्या था और आपने कितने स्ट्रेटेजीज की, ओवरऑल पीएनएल आपका क्या रहा.
मतलब बेसिकली वर्चुअल ट्रेड में भी पूरे एडजस्टमेंट का मैनुअल एंट्री कर लेंगे ईओडी पे, समथिंग लाइक दैट.
यस लाइव भी कर सकते हो आप. यू कैन, आपने कोई एडजस्टमेंट किया, आपने उसमें तुरंत ऐड कर दिया, दैट कैन शो यू, दैट विल शो यू योर लाइव पीएनएल एज वेल. बट आपके पास अगर ब्रोकर पीएनएल है, बिकॉज आई एम यूजिंग फिनवेजिया, मैं कोठारी सर को रिक्वेस्ट भी कर रहा था कि एक बार हमारे बिहाफ पे बात करें. हम लोगों को क्या होता है कि सब कुछ मैनुअली ऐड करना पड़ता है, हम पोजीशंस नहीं देख पाते हैं. So I have to store manually every order I push in Finvegia and then I'll have to add it in my manual. तो वो थोड़ा सा टाइम वेस्ट होता है और लाइव दिखता भी नहीं है. कभी अगर आपने कुछ उधर कॉल बेचा और इधर पुट बेच दिया तो वो पोजीशन भी उल्टा पुल्टा हो जाता है. बट once you are in broker live, you get the exact your delta and everything. So that advantage you have, but you can do manually also, not in problem. It takes little more effort, but कोठारी सर थोड़ा एफर्ट कर देंगे तो हम लोग के लिए इजी हो जाएगा.
अरे मेरे को क्या लगता है कि क्योंकि उसको ब्रोकरेज शेयर नहीं कर सकता ना, ब्रोकरेज ही नहीं है उसके पास में, तो वो सेंसिबल को क्या पैसे देगा, वो एक प्रॉब्लम मुझे लग रहा है.
नहीं सर, सेंसिबल को वो पैसे थोड़ी देता है,
और
सेंसिबल
क्या
को तो पैसे
सेंसिबल को
हम लोग देते हैं ना,
अभी तो
सब्सक्राइबर।
सेंसिबल वो टाई अप करेगा ना, नहीं सेंसिबल क्यों टाई अप करेगा भाई?
सब्सक्राइबर
यहाँ पे
पैसे
तो
देते हैं।
As
सेंसिबल
per the
जितना
mail
होगा
I
60%
received,
है।
sir, as per the mail I received from Sensibull, because actually मैंने initially Sensibull ICICI direct से के साथ लिया था,
हाँ
और मुझे करेंसी करने के लिए actually I had to do Zerodha also.
हाँ,
तो मैंने Sensibull को मेल किया था,
तो वही बता रहा हूँ ना कि
Sensibull ने क्या
सेंसिबल ने
किया,
आईसीआईसीआई
Sensibull
डायरेक्ट
shares
से,
नहीं, Sensibull shares the revenue with the broker. It's the
हाँ
reverse way. The broker does not pay the Sensibull.
नहीं नहीं, वो
वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ
अपने
ना
को कैसे पता
कोठारी
है?
सर।
अपने को कैसे
कोठारी
पता
सर
As
सुनिए ना,
उनके
हाँ
मेल के हिसाब से वैसा था.
कोठारी सर,
हाँ,
सेंसिबल तो सब्सक्राइबर ले रहा है, मैं ले रहा हूँ ना, आई एम
नहीं
पेइंग
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
मनी टू
आप ले रहे हैं वो
सेंसिबल।
बराबर है, बट इंटरनली तो उन्होंने टाई
हाँ,
अप कर रखा है ना, तभी तो वो अलाउ कर
अच्छा,
रहा है।
ब्रोकर इज पेइंग
हाँ
समथिंग, क्या आप
हाँ हाँ,
सेंसिबल आ
तभी
जाओ मेरे
तो देगा
पास।
वो, तभी तो उन्होंने को लमसम पैसा दिया होगा, कुछ तो दिया होगा ना उसने, नहीं तो क्यों अलाउ करेगा? अदरवाइज यू टेल मी व्हाई ऑल द ब्रोकर्स आर नॉट देयर, देयर आर व्हाई देयर आर ओनली 7 ब्रोकर्स विद द सेंसिबल राइट नाउ। जो जिसने टाई अप किया है,
हाँ
जिसने
यस।
सेंसिबल को पैसा दिया, उसने टाई अप उसने उसको करने दिया, बाकी को नहीं करने दे रहा है वो। तो वो एक प्रॉब्लम। अब जैसे ट्रेडिंग व्यू
हाँ
का है,
बट
ट्रेडिंग व्यू ने,
सेंसिबल, बट सर सेंसिबल इज लूजिंग बिजनेस। वो जितने ज्यादा ब्रोकर रखेंगे यूजर तो उनका बड़े बेस बढ़ेगा ना। ब्रोकर
अरे
अगर
बाबा
पैसा ही
लेकिन
नहीं
वो,
दे रहे, हम तो दे रहे हैं ना, यूजर तो दे रहा है।
अभी जैसे देखिए ट्रेडिंग व्यू के अंदर सिर्फ धन धन वाले ने अभी ये टाई अप किया है, तो यू कैन ट्रेड फ्रॉम द ट्रेडिंग व्यू इफ यू हैव अकाउंट विद द धन ब्रोकर, बाकी के साथ नहीं है।
यस यस।
तो अब क्या करें हम उसको? हम तो जो मैंने तो प्रीमियम वर्जन भी ट्रेडिंग व्यू का ले रखा है, तब भी मुझे वो फैसिलिटी नहीं मिल रहा है, क्योंकि मेरे ब्रोकर ने ट्रेडिंग व्यू
हाँ
से टाई अप नहीं किया है। और ट्रेडिंग व्यू बोलेगा कि
Okay.
मैं आपको फैसिलिटी दूंगा, आप मेरे को लमसम कोई पैसा दो। तो वो वाला चक्कर
राइट
मुझे लग
राइट।
रहा है। और जब क्योंकि अपना फिनविशा में जीरो ब्रोकरेज है, उसको रेवेन्यू नहीं है, तो क्या जाके इसको पैसा देगा? जो है ना, मतलब वो फटाक जो है वो वाली बात है, कुछ है ही नहीं पैसे उसके पास शेयर करने के लिए, तो कहाँ से शेयर करेगा? अभी जैसे जीरोधा
हाँ
में,
बट
अभी जैसे मैं आपको एक और एग्जांपल बताता हूँ। जीरोधा का अगर आप मेरे लिंक के थ्रू अगर अकाउंट खोलते हो, तो ईच ट्रेड में मेरे को 10% मिलता है। जो 20 रुपए आप ब्रोकरेज
Okay.
देते हो ना, उस 20 रुपए का 10 रुपए वो मेरे से शेयर करेगा, बराबर है।
Okay.
लेकिन वो फिनवेशिया में तो वो ब्रोकरेज ही नहीं, तो क्या शेयर करेगा वो? तो अपन ने 100 लोगों ने
हाँ ब्रोकरेज नहीं है, यस करेक्ट।
हाँ फिनवेशिया में 100 लोगों ने अकाउंट खोला है मेरे थ्रू में, बट वो जब उसका ब्रोकरेज ही नहीं है, तो वो क्या किसी से शेयर करेगा? कुछ नहीं है। तो दैट इज द सेम रीजन कि वो जो है आपका ये सेंसिबल से टाई अप नहीं कर रहा होगा। सेंसिबल बोल रहा होगा मुझे 10 लाख दो या 5 लाख रुपए दो, तो मैं आपको टाई अप करने दूंगा, ठीक है, उसको बेनिफिट होगा। मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा फिनविशा को नए अकाउंट्स मिलेंगे, ज्यादा अकाउंट मिलेंगे, बट अब ये हर एक का अपना बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी है। तो मुझे ये लग रहा है कि मतलब दैट कुड बी द होल प्रॉब्लम, कि उसको ब्रोकरेज का इनकम ही नहीं है उसका। तो वो एक चक्कर है।
हाँ ब्रोकरेज इनकम
सर
नहीं है,
इंडिया,
बट अपना टूल का इनकम है। ही विल गेट, प्रिंसिपल को अपना वो सब्सक्रिप्शन अमाउंट तो मिल जाएगा।
वो सेंसिबल को मिलेगा
ब्रोकरेज
ना,
इनकम विल नॉट
वो
देयर।
या तो
हाँ
सेंसिबल उसको
सेंसिबल।
पैसा दे तो बात अलग है। यहाँ अदर वे
सर
राउंड चल रहा है,
और सर
वो
इंडिया
ब्रोकर
इन्फो
उसको
लाइन
पैसा
में
दे रहा है,
सर
सेंसिबल उनसे पैसा मांग
नहीं
रहा है।
सर, अगर आप
और
देखेंगे ना सेंसिबल का मेथड,
हाँ,
आपका एक जो आप पेमेंट करते हो ना प्रो अकाउंट का, वो एक ब्रोकर के साथ है उनका.
हाँ,
That's why they are not allowing multiple brokers via single account. So as per the mail that I received, they
हाँ।
clearly mentioned that they have to pay to the broker. That's why you have to pay different subscription fee for every broker account that you are connecting to Sensibull.
You mean to
यस सर,
sensible
ये
has to
सही,
pay the money to them?
यस सर
Yes,
सही कह
yes,
रहे हैं, क्योंकि
yes,
सर
sir.
मैंने इंडिया इन्फो लाइन में जब लिया, तो
हाँ,
जैसे ही मैं प्रो में आया, यानी जो भी इनका प्रीमियम वर्जन था,
हाँ।
तो पेमेंट सेंसिबल को ही गई, लेकिन सारी फैसिलिटी तभी चालू हुई, पेमेंट सेंसिबल को ही गई है।
हाँ, वो सेंसिबल को जाएगा ना,
इंडिया
अपन
इन्फो लाइन के
सेंसिबल
साथ
का सब्सिडी ले
अटैचमेंट
रहे
है
हैं।
तब भी, इंडिया इन्फो लाइन में इनके साथ टाई अप है तब भी इंडिया इन्फो लाइन को पेमेंट नहीं की, सेंसिबल को गई।
नहीं
उनका
नहीं, वो
टाई अप,
पैसा तो सेंसिबल को ही जाएगा, बट उनका इंटरनल कोई अरेंजमेंट होगा, मैं
हाँ
ये बोल रहा
इंटरनल
हूँ।
जरूर अरेंजमेंट होगा, नहीं तो
इंटरनल
वो
दोनों का कोई ना कोई
अपने,
टाई अप
मतलब
है।
या तो हाँ,
हाँ
मतलब या तो सेंसिबल को देना है, फिनविशिया को पैसा नहीं दे रहा है, या फिनविशिया को सेंसिबल
हाँ,
को देना नहीं दे रहा है, कहीं प्रॉब्लम है।
हाँ, तो
हाँ,
अभी
वो
एक
नहीं तो
अभी तो एक देखो ये प्रॉब्लम आ
Sorry,
रही है। अभी मैं आपको एक प्रॉब्लम और बता रहा हूँ, एक प्रॉब्लम और बता रहा हूँ कि ये जो
Yeah.
है अपने को एक्सेल से टाई अप नहीं करने दे रहा फिनविशा के अंदर। बाकी जबकि कितने जो टर्मिनल है वहां पे आई कैन हैव माय टर्मिनल लिंक टू द एक्सेल शीट, और एक्सेल शीट में सारे फार्मूले लगा सकता हूं मैं, लेकिन वो फिनविशा ये
सर वो
facility
नहीं,
दे रहा है।
डेस्कटॉप सॉफ्टवेयर से तो मिलता है ना सर, विंडोज के डेस्कटॉप सॉफ्टवेयर से तो ले जा सकते हैं ना।
नहीं, लेकिन फिनविशा में नहीं है ना फैसिलिटी, वो फिनविशा में लिंक ही नहीं करने दे रहा है ना
वो जो
वो।
डेस्कटॉप सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करते हैं आप, डॉट
हाँ
.exe
हाँ,
वाला
मैं
फाइल
डेस्कटॉप
वाला
ही
ये
कर रहा हूँ,
सॉफ्टवेयर।
वही डेस्कटॉप से ही आप उसमें एक्सेल में नहीं जा पा रहे हैं उसमें, क्योंकि उसने
वो
वो नहीं
पहले
किया
आता था, मैंने तो
हाँ?
आई शिफ्टेड टू मैकबुक, बट लास्ट ईयर व्हेन आई वाज ऑन विंडोज, तो पहले तो अलाउ करते थे, वो एक्सेल पे ले जाना
नहीं,
देते थे।
फिनविशा से नहीं है, बाकी ब्रोकर में है, फिनविशा में नहीं है, ये बोल रहा हूँ। फिनविशा में ये फैसिलिटी नहीं है, जबकि बाकायदा इंडिया इन्फो लाइन में है, जीरोधा में, सब में है, बट उसमें नहीं है।
नहीं, एक्सेल से आप अपना उसमें ट्रेड अपलोड करना चाहते हैं?
Sorry to disturb.
नहीं, लाइव
लाइव एक्सेल में ट्रेड आना चाहिए, और एक्सेल में मैं सारे फार्मूले लगा दूं मैं, तो मुझे आइडिया रखता है मेरा स्ट्रैडल का प्रीमियम कितना चल रहा है, मेरा आरओआई कितना आ रहा है, दैट आई कैन
अच्छा,
कैलकुलेट, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू कैलकुलेट। वो फिनविशा में फैसिलिटी नहीं है।
वो लाइव नहीं है, वो
अच्छा,
डाउनलोड
जीरोधा में
करना
है
पड़ता
सर
है
वो
बाद में।
फैसिलिटी?
हाँ, आई थिंक जीरोधा में है, जीरोधा में है।
वो कैसे करें, एक बार बोल देंगे?
अरे वही, वो उसमें जाके वो टर्मिनल ही नहीं ना, प्रॉब्लम ये है, वो जीरोधा ने टर्मिनल विड्रॉ कर दिया, तो अभी वो फैसिलिटी चला गया, अभी वो पहले था, वो
ओ अच्छा अच्छा।
पहले पाई टर्मिनल था, तो मैंने इसलिए तो पाई इससे जीरोधा अकाउंट बंद करके फिनविशा में आया कि उसने वो फैसिलिटी
Hello,
बंद कर दिया।
can you hear me? Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to disturb. Can you hear me?
हाँ, बोलिए।
Sorry. For the interest of time, there are other several topics in the Sensibull itself.
Yeah. चलिए,
because-
okay.
Yeah, we'll discuss. I mean, if you have time, maybe end we can discuss.
Okay,
Sorry to
continue.
disturb. Yeah. So yeah, we are taking this trade, right? So now, if you see here, right? So minus 102 is the delta. So delta is not neutralized. So it should be neutralized, right? So otherwise, as of now, it's showing 535. Right. So if you see what is the options here, we can adjust. We'll see here. If you see here, it is almost gone close to, very much close to upper break even, right? Here if you see upper break even, close break even is 3453. Of course, it was corrected yesterday. That's where it has came down. It has come down, but before the day, it is already across the upper break even. Now it has come till here. If it comes till here, at least we should be able to manage delta. Not 100% delta we can manage. Yes, up to some level we'll have to see where we can make it. So now open here. You will see how do we bring down or manage the delta. Let's say Greeks here. We'll keep Greeks here minus 102. We cannot match 100% delta here, because if you go here 460 as 50, right? So you are taking as a 300, right? 300 is having only 70. Even if it is, let's say I short 17, delta would come down to 78. It has come down to 78, but still this is not sufficient. What you can do again, possibility is that at least you should go up at least, let's say 400. No, it has, so at least minus 49 tak, even till minus 49 you can bring it down. So under to at least 50% delta you had covered. Now what other ways we can cover up? Let's say, so we will have to think about, so we'll play a permutation combination with available values. You can think about that. Let us say you would think that you would not go beyond 3,500. But what if it goes to beyond 3,500? What you can do? Sell 3,500 and let's say buy this one. So this is a kind of a, you are increasing your break even, but delta is not neutralized. So you cannot neutralize delta straight away, which is, if you try to neutralize delta straight away, what happens? You will be in trouble if it takes a reversal. So you have, let's say you can come down, come to till 3,400, right? So if you come here till here, so that is where you can think about that. But a profit would come down, obviously, because you are going beyond your straddle strike. And now onwards is that you have to reduce your loss. So at this point of time, we cannot look into profit wise, how to reduce the loss and all. You can think about that. You can plan various strikes, how we can do that. This is one way. This is one way you can reduce the loss. Now, what else we can do that? Suppose, what if it stock continue to go up, and let's say it goes up to 3,000 550. Now it has break even, upper break even has gone up to close to 3,500. Now earlier, before this, what was the break even? 453. After adding 3,400, it has come down to, it has given somewhere 40 points. And even after that, suppose, how do you still want to make upper side? You don't want to have a loss at all.
We can also
What is
short
our option here?
future also.
Sir, future, short future is there, but there's a delta 1, right? If it takes lower side correction, then you will end up with a loss, because yeah, future is the maybe last option when you are sure about your trade, your stock. If you are not sure about that the stock, directly get into future is, again, you will be in more
But future
trouble.
is protected by the premium you are getting. Suppose it came to the middle now, so at least the premium will the premium you are getting, it will save that much.
Let's say
future.
okay. So with this, let's say okay. Let's now today I'll add future. Future is always, again, premium is also there. That is another big loss, right? Premium would be there, but okay, I'll add future. Now see, if you add a future, upper side is no loss is there, but if it comes to 360 or below, then your loss would be multiple, right? So it keeps, you are keep getting losses again. So that is the risk you have here. Yeah, upside loss, we can make it a upside no loss with the future, but we don't know, right? Anything can happen, but we have to think about multiple way. If it breaks 360 below, you will be lost. Yeah, otherwise, if you are sure about that it never breaks 3,400 by this expiry, definitely yes, you can take future. Otherwise, I mean, just I'm thinking about other options, but just my point here is that how we can make use of Sensibull effectively with different ways, which adjustment would give you a better way. So let's say I'll try to add some call butterfly. Just call butterfly. Let's say here is upper break even is 500. Let's say I'll take 450 or 460. Let's say I'll take 460 buy, and let's say 500 2-lot sell, and 540 buy. Let's say what has happened now. So upper break even has gone up to around more, right? Now earlier is the 490. Now it has given another 20 points, which means now break even is very huge. Though loss is coming down, but my break even is going up. So we want to bring it more, just to keep thinking like that. So suppose, let's say now I add 480 itself. If I add 480 and 520 2 lots, and this one 523. So if you see break even now, so another 30 points. So 450, again it has gone up to 490. Now it has gone up to 523. So you think about this like this. So let's say this adjustment, how does it cost? Let me show you that. This also you can see. See, this adjustment, you are not paying back. You are still getting back another 5,000. This is a credit. This is a credit strategy. You are adding a put. You are selling one put. You are, on top of that, you are adding call butterfly. If you want to see call butterfly alone here, right? You are just paying for call butterfly just a 750 rupees. By paying 750 rupees, you are getting break even more. So this is an example. So there are several ways. This is not the way. There are several ways. Your strategy alone, you can think what is the premium you are paying. If you want to reduce the pay, maybe you can reduce the sell up. Let's say 500. So you are getting now debit. See, did you notice? I'll change it again. If you make 520, it is a debit call butterfly. If you reduce the call to 500, this becomes to credit butterfly. Means downside is 1500, upside is okay. So if TCS is staying between below 500 2-3 days, this 25 rupees would become very, will come down, and after that you can reduce this 560 to 540 or 520 with this at no cost, so that this loss will be reduced then. So like that, you can play various options and adjustments here by Sensibull in your custom strategy. So I reduce earlier one, yeah, like this. So it has come down to 523. If you feel that it is continuing to go up, maybe you short additional put close to that, because I'll show you. Suppose here, right, 3,300 put you shorted, it became 16. This is of no use. You close it. So say exit. As good as not having this put. Book the profit, close it. Then what happens? Then you can take an additional put. Now you have only one put. Maybe you want to trade, you can short additional put. Let's say two lots. Yeah. When you short 2 lots of 3,400 put, now break even is 3,300 to 3,534. So now we have got very good break even with delta. See, here is almost neutralizing, minus 19. So almost 100 to you brought it down to minus 19, which is very good. So you see very good break even downside 300, upper side you have got it for 3,532. Even if it goes up also, you will end up with minimum loss or no loss. So this is a one. How do you, I asked you, right, how do you visualize when you take this adjustment, when you take that adjustment, when you short this strike, what is the delta, what is the decay, and what is that, what happens, suppose a prediction, right, upside, if it goes up, what happens, if it goes next day, Wednesday, what happens, all those things you can check here. Based on that, you can visualize your trade and you can plan. This is all about, custom strategy. Here, let me see anything else here. Yeah, this is your original trade. Because I think
अगर इसमें फ्यूचर सेल करेंगे तो क्या होगा? फ्यूचर बाय करेंगे तो फ्यूचर बाय
if we added, right, future buy is upper side no loss, that is sure. Upper side,
लेकिन lower where we are protected, that we have to see.
Upper side is loss is arrested. Of course we can add one put here, but what if it gets corrected? We don't know, that is where. So maybe here we added one put, right? So upper side is showing max 3,000 profit wherever it goes if you had future, but break even is very close, 3,400. Beyond that you will be again in trouble. So that's what we should not be in a situation that firefighting either direction. If it goes up, firefighting; if it goes down, firefighting. When you enter into future, that's a delta 1, right? So
actually adjustment should be done every day. Every day after seeing the position, we have to do adjustment. What you have to.
Yeah, that's all. So future is what I feel personally. Future is should be last option. I mean, what it means, so delta 1. We cannot manage delta effectively when you get into future. When you have options, so earlier I added options, right? That time we have got 3,200 to break even downside 200 to 5, almost to 3,550. We have got this much break even range. If you have that much range, we can at least stay with peace of mind, and then we can adjust.
And sir, how you are using this option chain? You are telling you are making your strategy seeing the option chain. So you are taking the maximum strike option, or there's the option chain is open interest is maximum or second of that, because sometimes when that gets broken, there is a huge rally or huge downfall. Suppose like in this case, 30,500 is the maximum open interest. If
Yes.
it get broken, then all the call seller has to cover there. Then it suddenly moves. That is the.
Yeah. So this open interest is that a prediction what is being expected by participants. This is again dynamic. This not give any guarantee for us to leverage.
Earlier, what used to happen that majorly option sellers are big players. But now, after when retail is participating too much, so the big money is also coming in option buying also. So when this 3,500 will broke because retailer will panic, they have to get out. So it will bring a huge rally up to 3,600, I think so. So next support is, I think, next open interest is better to play.
Correct. So correct, sir. Agree. So these are all no. What is that? Is 1 second. So these are all how you predict the market, how you view the market, and what is your risk and management. Based on that, you can take a call. Suppose somebody having very aggressive trader, he can short 3,500. Somebody is a moderate or a conservative trader, so you would want to play some safer way. Then you will go next one is 3,600. If you ask me, I have a 3,600 covered call. So so whichever way it goes, 3,600 is my expectation that it would not cross. Then I would get money back, my covered call. If it breaks this, then I have another option that what I can predict and what I can do. I know that. So person to person and your risk appetite, you can manage it. This is the one. Okay. What else is there? Yeah. So I think I
want to ask you how you are taking before result or before any important event of the stock, because I have seen your most of the screenshot in Twitter that you are posting before result you are taking the trades. So
yes.
How you are managing that trades, because after result, if result is not good or bad, it is a huge thing.
So yeah, that is a view, sir. So suppose sometimes my view
goes, generally people are telling you we should avoid selling options before the mega event or big events of, and you are taking
yeah, I would think reverse actually, because mega event is there, IVP would be around 9,900. So that is the time I will go ratio spread. So which means I will.
And sir, from where to check IVP in this Sensibull?
Yeah, that is there. So okay, so once this screen is cleared, then I will jump into those screens. That is there. I would cover. That's why already 12:40. Let me cover on this, and then probably I will explain. When it comes to IVP, there I would explain. That is there. So far, is it clear? So here, this page, this is the details we know, and we cover up. Then we'll move on to next.
Ganesh sir, one second, Ganesh sir.
Yeah.
Ganesh sir, there is one option called strategy chart. Can you please go there, and there is one blue line over there as well, just next to Greeks.
अच्छा, एक क्वेश्चन इसी पर मेरे को एक शर्मा जी 1 मिनट पहले इसमें कैन वी हैव 2 different expiry date in the P&L chart?
That's a calendar, right? Calendar spread you are talking about, right?
So can we take that here, and then whether the P&L will be showing the exit situation, because P&L will not show for the calendar, I believe.
Yeah, I'll show you. It will show, but that is not 100% correct. I'll add it.
Suppose I'm doing a straddle for the next month and strangle for the current month, whether it will show the P&L correctly?
No.
Kothari sir, मैंने इसको यूज किया है. I have used it.
सेमिनार वगैरह चालू सकते हैं.
सेमिनार आपका जो अर्लियर वाला एक्सपायरी है ना, आपका P&L अर्लियर एक्सपायरी के हिसाब से दिखाएगा. आपका नेक्स्ट वाला जो आपने लिया है उसके हिसाब से नहीं दिखाएगा. जो पहले एक्सपायर हो रहा है उस दिन का P&L आपको दिखाएगा.
इसका सॉल्यूशन है क्या? That is what I'm asking, whether he has any some solution for this issue. Ganesh, you have any solution for this?
No. So Kothari sir, so P&L for calendar spread is, how does it show is not 100% accurate, because it shows only a recent expiry. But recent expiry would become 0. By that time, next expiry will never become 0. That has some value. That value is not predicted and not added into this P&L loss exactly. That is where max profit is 10,000. You have to think about max profit, you would get 5,000. Max loss is 10,000. You would get max losses maybe 5,000, not 10,000. You have to think like that way.
Any solution is there otherwise for this? There's no solution available right now.
As of now, I don't see solution. Only we have to think about our own perspective only, because I think they don't. Because there is a because it calendar spread, right? So future expiry is a lot of other factors. Nobody knows that. I mean, in the other factors, right? Option premium, Vega, Gamma, Delta, different IV high and all. So that is where they cannot predict. That cannot be done, right? If it is a one expiry, anything can be predicted based on the contract.
No, there are two different expiries, two different volatilities. Maybe we can write an email to their customer service to provide an option कि हमें PNL आप सेकंड वाला जो लेटर एक्सपायरी है उसके हिसाब से हमें पे ऑफ बना करके दें, तो अगर वो कर सकते हैं तो दोनों ऑप्शन, यू वांट अर्लियर एक्सपायरी, आपको अपना जो आपने जो अर्लियर एक्सपायरी में जो लिया है वहां पे आपका PNL देखना है, वहां एग्जिट ट्रेड करना है तो आप वो देखिए, आपका लेटर वाला देखना है तो आप लेटर वाला देखिए।
नहीं है, आई बिलीव ऑप्शन में भी नहीं है ऑप्शन, ये ऑप्शन में भी ये नहीं हो रहा है।
ये नहीं ना, विल हैव टू राइट इट टू देम कि भाई आप हमको वो ऑप्शन दीजिए कि मुझे अगर बाद वाला का एक्सपायरी का PNL देखना है तो आप मुझे वहां पे एक ड्रॉप डाउन दे दीजिए कि करंट एक्सपायरी का देखना है कि नेक्स्ट एक्सपायरी का, मुझे नेक्स्ट एक्सपायरी वाला देखना है तो मुझे उसके हिसाब से PNL बना के दे दीजिए आप।
No, you can see.
Sir, we can continue on this
presentation. You can see one expiry and other expiry, switching that. Anyway, you can do that. You don't need for them to tell us. But together we cannot predict. Nobody literally also we cannot code it, right? Next expiry, how volatility will go up and what are the other factors are happening. Nobody can predict. That is
there's no solution available right now.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Chalo, carry on.
Somebody has asked
questions. Maybe had some question.
Yeah, somebody has asked a strategy chart.
Yes, sir. This blue line and yeah.
Want to do something about that? I never. What is this about?
I just want to know what is this blue line, what is this number saying, and once we invert prices, the levels change. So what is this and how and when to use this?
One is the strategy price, one is the TCS December future.
Strategy chart. This even I never come across this.
It is actually the entire strategy का net debit credit क्या चल रहा है, and how is it fluctuating with the prices, with the underlying price.
लिखा है ना ऊपर, ये लिखा हुआ ना TCS December future and strategy
मतलब
price.
मेरा जो टोटल प्रीमियम पहले -200 था जो मैंने रिसीव किया था समझो November 24 को, okay, that went to -240. Okay, and then it again has settled at around 210 by the end of the day.
Yeah, guy. Okay, it is showing you the future price, how this strategy price is going. Yeah.
So strategy price is your
blue line.
Is it your this strategy price is your debit credit total as of now?
Overall premiums. Yeah, overall premiums.
Yeah, overall together.
And once we invert, what does that figure say? There is an option called invert price. If you click that, the figure changes suddenly.
Correct. Showing nothing. So I never explored this. Really invert price and what is this, and I don't know. Yeah, you people can explore and maybe let us all know that this very actually useful and all. I never.
This will be very useful for a straddle chart. Actually, I mean I don't know with the overall strategy, but for the like in iCharts we have a straddle chart which happens, or in TradePoint we have a.
I'm not sure this.
Price chart.
The Sensibull people has announced in December straddle chart they're introduced soon.
They're introduced soon, yeah.
Yeah, it's in their pipeline. Any time this month we will be getting those. That is very useful for us track.
Carry on.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So okay, so this is all about strategy custom builder. I think yeah, that is over. Now let's move on to new topic. Yeah, so we covered so far easy money, easy way to trade options, get ready-made strategies, and create your own strategy, how we can build your own strategy and all. Let me cover this virtual trade. I mean, more or less same, but yeah, let me open just one example. I'll show you that. I mean, I already covered a little bit. Let's say, suppose I want to add a portfolio. this is my portfolio. I asked you one question before, right? How do you track your trades? How do you track like your trades as if you were tracking in portfolio? Like how do you, this is kind of portfolio altogether. But we know we have all the tools like money control, whatever, right? Where you can track your portfolio in, separately. But no other website is giving to track options as a portfolio. Yeah, this is where you can track as your portfolio. Like maybe you can give a name. How many portfolios you can create? You can suppose, let's say, I want to track December 22, let's say 23. Sorry, January 23. I want to make this month as a separate portfolio. So whatever trades I take for the expiry of January, what are the strategy? Each strategy wise you can track. Suppose this is a one strategy. You can take TCS. So here you can think about the you can add what manually you can add, or existing also you can add here. I will tell you all other things. Suppose let's say Nifty 18,800 straddle I want to take. Put sell. No, not sell, buy. Yeah. And let's say I want to add a call. Yeah. So let's say you have taken this strategy. So you can track. Yeah. So you can track here, and you can track analyze similarly, right? Analyze means when you go to analyze, you go to cap chart and Greeks and NLL, everything you can see here. Same thing, what we showed in TCS, right? You can add whatever adjustments and all other things you can add here. Delta, whatever, the same thing. But this is a virtual one. That's it. That's the difference, and nothing else. So everything else same. So you can directly do whatever you can do. Yeah. So this is all about virtual. Yeah, virtual trade. Yes. So no. Yeah. So now there is a one important thing, right? So I asked you one question: how do you about open interest and what FAs are doing? What are they doing? What are the prediction? How can you understand open interest analysis, FA data? Here we see, right? This comes under advanced tools. So this is option chain. Anyway, I think all of us, I mean, already covered option chain. Option chain is generally the seller point of view, but FA DA data. Let's get into FA data, and of course open interest. Let me cover that open interest. Somebody asked a question. So open interest. Yeah. So recently they introduced that intraday open interest. So those who do intraday can look at this, how it's happening here, right? Open interest in intraday. So, right. So you can see PCR, everything. So I'll show you. So here call change and put change. Calls are adding more, right? So which means more people are, when you look at this open interest coloring, right? More red it appears. More red means market would be more expecting more participants correction. What is the correction more? They're expecting in our intraday. They expected that 18,700 would not cross on Friday. That was their expectation on Friday. On Friday, what I meant to say, right? So this is December 2, right? Date here. December 2, more participant expected that it would not cross 18,700 at any cost. Not any cost. It means more participants are predicted. Of course, it happened as expected. It doesn't mean that every time it happens, right? This is not guaranteed. This is a dynamic prediction. So if something goes wrong, then they go for correct cover up, and something will be changed again. And over a month on by expiry, if you want to see over, this is a on December 2nd open interest. But what would happen by this expiry 18th December? What is that? So here, see, more we can see 18,800 is the more open interest we can see, but straddle we see 700. So this by this expiry, more people bet for straddle 18,700. Means how do you say that? So equal more or less equal quantity shorts we can see at 700, but a higher number of calls short at 800. Yeah, all other things are indecision, that is hedges we don't need to consider. Other things we ignore. So this is how we can see a open interest weekly. Let's say I want to see monthly. This weekly I want to see monthly Nifty range. You can choose current month. Yeah, monthly what happens? So more puts are unwinding happen and moving forward, right? Generally, because they understand that it's not coming down, and why to have puts will not have 800, 500 puts doesn't have much value, then go forward and taking more puts here. So, but use unwinding happen from put side. That's where, right? So you can see minus 2.7 million puts were closed on 2nd December. That's what it's showing in the image. More calls added. So if you see monthly wise here, this is monthly. So open interest by December expiry. What is showing here is more straddle. Actually, we would see 800 straddle and 700 straddle. And strong resistance is seen at 19,000. 90,000 resistance is seen for December expiry. Because call open interest very huge, right? So if you see here more calls here, you see 28 millions and 13 millions puts. Overall PCR is 1.4. I think we all know PCR 1.4 is bullish, right? Because the more puts are shorter than calls. So that's where we got a 1.4. So this image, one shot, we can understand open interest for the monthly. Yeah, this is open interest option, right? Option open interest versus time. Again, so I mean, what is happening every day? How is it moving every day? Like every day is, so you see here different, right? Put more puts are bought. Here what is happening here is different. Option open interest is different. Here is more bought. More puts are bought, and more calls. This is a buying. This is a buying with respect to expiry. This is a future one. We can see here how future open interest is going on. So all these things are we can see how it is going and what is happening. So because here more puts are bought. Here we see as a buyer perspective, not here seller. This is a open interest change is a seller perspective. This is a buying perspective. So more puts are bought, which means that's why it's showing green. More puts are bought means yeah, people are thinking it will be getting more value, so they are buying more puts or more. Like this we can see future one, and I will take you through FIs. This is a more, we can see this page for open. Let's move on to other one. Yeah, FI data. That's more interesting. I will show you that. Yeah. So open interest, I think that is clear. Open interest analysis, maybe you can still explore more. Now let's get into FI data. So far clear, right? Okay. Now FIDA data. What big boys are thinking about this market and all of, what are they doing? How many stocks they are buying or shorting? Futures, index, what are they doing? All those things, how do you know that? So here we see, we see, and overall they will tell you that. So calls, more calls bought. This is a bought, not a short. So FI data will see as a different perspective, and open interest data is different perspective. So this is long bought 5 and short 4 lakh. Net is 1.25 lakh calls bought, which means bullish. Number of puts this much, which means bearish. So overall is appears here short, how many long, how many short, net. So which means 1.25 lakh calls bought, 2.19 lakh puts bought. Overall, it appears more puts bought than calls, which means FI index options are like this, which means it's a bearish. Let's get into how it happens. So here, if you see here again, same, right? This more puts are bought than calls on 2nd December. On 1st December, if you see 1st December, it appeared as more calls bought. But seen as reversed in 2nd December, we know, right? It was corrected. Why? Because again, they change the perspective. They change that. See, if you see 13th, the 30th November, 20th November, if you see 20th November, 25th November, they bought more calls than puts. That is where market was going up and up. But 2nd December, suddenly changed their prediction, right? So they bought more puts than calls. So that's where market, as you know, fell on Friday. Still, maybe we don't know how do they predict, but this is the how with the market they are changing their view. This is where we can see here. And now
can you explain it again?
Yeah, here color is earlier open interest color we see green is puts and red is for calls, right? Now we are changing the color. You can see here call open interest green, put open interest is red. Means this is a buy. I repeat, this is a buy perspective, not a sell perspective. We have to see FI data as a here, at least this page you can see as a buying perspective, which means they bought more puts were bought, which means when do they get profit? Only market would be correcting. Puts will give you value, right? So more puts are bought, which means more FIs are expecting this market would go into correction. Correction means at least it doesn't go, it's not much bullish as we are seeing until 1st December. 1st December, we see more calls bought until December 1st. And 30th November, you see 30th November, we have seen market has rallied very big, slightly reduced. And 2nd December seen has become reverse, right? Why? So they have bought more puts. Since they bought more puts, market is reversed? No, we don't know exactly what has happened. The FI data is seeing only market is closed, right? Not market is live. So we can't see that. So open interest only we can see live data. But here, this is the one when market is closed, we can see. Based on that, we can think about prediction of next day or next week. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Silent. Yes, silent.
Yes, sir.
Silent means not clear or clear? Sorry.
Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay, thank you. Now let's go down. So FI activity and our index options. So again, just I don't need to explain. Here it is a overall result is telling. So it appear as a bearish, which means to say that more calls. FI activity, right? More calls short here, minus, right? More puts bought here. So very much bearish, right? Number of calls short, net is short calls were short. Number of puts bought. When the scenario would give profit to FIs, only market goes correction or market is corrected. Correction means it doesn't mean that 500 points or 1000 points. No, not like that, which means that market would be corrected 100 points or maybe 200 points or 50 points, whatever, right? They're expecting more and more correction, not upside. So that is where 72,000 calls shorted and 55,000 puts bought. So overall, looking at this open interest, we see this market is bearish. That is the when result also here they display, right? Let me take this annotation. Yeah. So here they already tell, right? The bearish view is bearish. FA's view is bearish based on the FA activity over index options. Right? When it comes to stock options, stock bought, how much? 200 crore stock bought, but see futures short is 4,000, close to 4,000. What does it mean? How do you interpret this one? Number of stocks bought means it's a long-term view, not a short-term. Understand this. Buying stock is not a short-term, it's a long-term.
In long term, they are bullish, but in short term, they are bearish.
Yes, exactly. That is where index more they short. So that's how we can analyze this FA data better way. Yeah. So on daily wise, we know that, right? The daily how what FAs are doing that. FAs cash. This we can see this column, right? So what are the how they are buying stocks?
Ganesh, here, one second. Can you please go a little up? So according to this data, you're trying to say that they are shorting calls, they are adding puts, and they are shorting futures also. But this means it's getting directional, and with huge volume, they must be taking some hedge position as well. तो ऐसा तो वो करेंगे नहीं कि कॉल भी शॉर्ट कर देंगे, फ्यूचर भी शॉर्ट कर देंगे, पुट भी बाई कर लेंगे, ऐसे करके तो वो पैसा लगाएंगे नहीं ना. तो वी हैव टू सी इट इन होल पर्सपेक्टिव कि भाई उनका हेज किधर है, हेज भी तो होना चाहिए. अभी विदर दे आर हेजिंग थ्रू इंडेक्स एंड taking long positions in stocks. How do we know? I mean, is there any way to identify?
See, hedging in a sense, actually, because stocks bought is very lower volumes. Generally, whenever they buy stocks 500 or more, that is where we think about more bullish on the long term. But here is price wise very less. Yes, they reduce the price from the stocks. At the same time, they increase the price volume in the index. Index they shorted, future they shorted, and puts they bought, and the calls they shorted. Overall, this picture, right? If you see this entire picture together, I'll show you. This entire picture is giving only bearish because options they shorted, future they shorted. But stocks only very few they bought. Okay, that can be ignored. But overall picture is showing bearish view only. That's what this even.
So according to this reading, they have taken a directional bet on markets right now. As per present data, they are going bearish.
Yes, that's what right. That's what bearish.
Okay. Second thing, this calls quantity, whichever is showing 72,000 quantity. This quantity is the total quantity, or this is the number of lots?
These are contracts, not quantity. Contracts. We are counting the number of contracts, right? So
we have to multiply it with the number of lots. So we get the exact volume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, carry on.
Also, let me repeat this. This is a one way. One indicator is not sufficient. We have to take this. Yeah, this is right. This is the first priority. First priority is this one: outstanding open interest of FI index option. This is a priority one. We have to see this is the first priority. Then this is a second priority. Then this is third priority. We'll have to see step by step, not one together. So first priority is
between Nifty and Bank Nifty, or this would be only of Nifty.
This Bank Nifty wise, I'm not sure. Bank Nifty, they go. I mean, overall index, they're talking about index. Bank Nifty or Nifty, yeah, I'm not sure.
So this index would be combined, Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Fin
Bank
Nifty.
Nifty is there, even Bank Nifty is there in Nifty, right? Generally, even is Bank Nifty is not separate. So, overall, Nifty wise, I think I'm not sure. Maybe one can find out. But yeah, generally we see index means Nifty only will think about. So my point here is we'll have to see this is a higher probability first one, outstanding open interest of FI index options is a higher probability, which means call side still slightly bullish and puts wise bearish. So overall, say neutral to bearish, it appears. Point number one. Point number two, if you come down about FI activity or index options, this is FI activity, outstanding open interest and index options. Here you see bearish. A third priority means the least to look into that is trading activity. How they are going, the trending. You can see how they're, what is the trend they're going, like FA cash and DI. Generally, we don't care about DIs. DI is more into cash only, right? But future and options more will be traded by FIs. That's why we'll focus on this data and FI cash. This is a page important. We can think about that. Yeah, that's all about FI data. I think that's all about Sensibull overview. Yeah, I told you, right? One is how we can see. Yeah, I'll tell you. Analysis tab. Suppose, yeah, I think I covered, right? Option sign I covered, open interest I covered, and FI DA data I covered. Now stock data. Let me open stock data. If you stock data, let's say Reliance, they are giving some signals and all. I mean, I hardly watch this one because signals in the sense, those who have a more technical knowledge can see this one. It's a bullish Harami daily showing what is that and all those things happening, 200 daily moving average, some signal and also some signals. We want to see here signals and note. We can see daily what is happening. And of course, open interest together. And IVP we want to see, you can see very low, right? So this doesn't have much significance to learn. I will show you directly screener. Let's go to screener. Yeah, I asked you one question, right? So what is the one giving IV percentile? What is that? So let's say I want to see today what is IV, top IV1, PNB, right? Based on that, PNB, Punjab National Bank is having a 56 IVP. Next is Ambuja, Indalco. This will be keep changing. I mean, during earning season, that is even more. We can see 80, 85, 90, 91. So somebody asked me, right? So earning season, how do you trade? Whenever it's going 95, 98, 99, then I will check how can you play with the higher IV percentile. Those I play around that. And of course, you can see results and volume spike, PCR, all the self-explanatory we can find here. And ATM IV also you can see here. And the left side you can see here, right? Suppose I want to see what is the volume spike. Anything is there? Let's say volume spike. Yeah, these are volumes. How much volume spike is happening? 3.5 times in L&T Finance and BHEL. You can see the LTDS. Tata Steel, right? So on Friday it has gone up. How much? Why? So 2.2x volume spike has happened on that day. So we can see why it's going up. And long buildup is happening with volume spike and long buildup is happening. Let's see. Yes, these two long buildup is right. So we know more longs are betting on that particular script. With that volume spike as well as longs buildup is happening in these two. You don't need to worry much. Just filter it, we can send it. No volume spike when you long buildups are there. Yeah, with this. So just play around Vedanta Limited and all those. And short covering is happening. Anything? Yeah, we can see short cover is happening. Any stocks? Yeah, BHEL, LT, these three bets are happening with volume spike and short covering. Short cover. Similarly, short buildup. Yeah, all those things you can see are no long unwinding. Any long unwinding happening? Yes, ICICI Bank is longs are unwinding. So which means right? So thinking that yeah, enough is over. rally is over in ICICI Bank, they're unwinding their longs. And short build-up is happening. Yeah, we can see here, short build-up happening is that is, you see, right? Maruti has corrected, Asia Motor 3% was corrected. You see, right? All these were corrected because then accordingly people are betting short build-up more on this Bajaj Finance, right? So it has broken 200 EMA on Friday, and Maruti has all the things we can see here. So this is some data, value added data you can search. Yeah, that's all from Sensibull point of view. Timing, on time, we covered most of the things. Whatever is there. So any questions you would like to know on Sensibull? You can ask. I am done from my side. Sensibull, whatever things majorly.
Can you show this multi-strike or why?
Yeah, multi-strike is this is much better for intraday people. Yeah, so just people, those who are aggressive in intraday, they look at the what are the strikes, active strikes, how it's happening 5 minutes and 50 minutes, which strike is going up, which strike is, so right, people who are betting higher volumes, they look at that based on their strike, what is happening, that strike here they can track here, either they're unwinding or still they're going up. Means more people are unwinding or more people are adding more more data. So like a spot wise and 5 minutes wise, they look into that. Based on that, they can change their view. That's how we use multi-strike one.
Sir, what are these 3 lines? Can you explain this?
What 3 lines?
These lines, this chart.
Okay. These are okay. These are the strikes with the future. So we'll see. This is
how Nifty is moving and how this put and call is moving of this strike. This
so
is OI. If more OI is built, it is.
Here you see a box here. See most active strikes. These are the 2 strikes with the future. How it's moving. So if you want, you can choose other strikes as well. Suppose if you choose other strike, you'll find it. That's it. So you want to track these strikes because generally strangle people, right? They short 2 strikes, then they want to see how those 2 strikes are happening, and below 1 strike or above upper strike, they would watch together how these strikes are momentum happening within the strikes. Accordingly, it gives some view to take bets for intraday.
And this is open interest, not price movement. This is not signal.
Correct.
Why movement?
See, this is OI, right? So multi-strike OI, the open interest one. We never track price for options, right? Do we? Never. Nobody care about price of the options.
No.
You only always track about open interest. Value doesn't give value. Intraday values.
Suppose both OI is increasing, what does it signify? Significance? 18,700 C and P both are increasing after on second.
Sorry, what is the question, sir?
So, like in first, you can see there is not that much movement in open interest, but in second, there is a huge movement in both the strikes. So, what significance we can draw from that?
Suppose see, okay. Suppose see here, here, right? So till see market is opened on the we'll see December 2nd only. Let's say. So let's see this 18,700 call. Till here it is a flat. 700 is a flat. Till what time? Till right.
It's a 5-day chart. No? Can we go to that KY chart? That will give a good picture.
See, a day on the day and minutes wise. If you take 50 minutes or 30 minutes or 5 minutes wise, what is happening every 50 minutes? We can check here. What's happening? So OI is refreshed every 3 minutes here. From exchange updates every 3 minutes. So the 3 minutes, what happened? 50 minutes, what happened? And last 30 minutes, what has happened? So you just minutes wise, you can track these strikes. What has happened? So intraday people are interested about what has happened last 30 minutes, last 50 minutes, right? If you want to day wise, you can see, but the day wise value doesn't add value for intraday traders. It doesn't add any value. For the day want to somebody, they can track it, but it adds no value. So intraday people much interested for minutes and minutes wise, they will want to check. So that's why they check. Suppose if you see here 9:15 after that, so right, 700 call added more open interest. As we see in the open interest diagram also, right? 700 added more call short. Of course, market also not cross 18,700 on Friday itself. So people believe that it would not cross on that day. So added more shorts, 700 calls. So it is exactly what has happened in the market, what has happened in the strike, what has happened in the open interest. That image also. So all more or less it appears, because this is closed one, right? So it appears the same way. So it makes more sense value for the intraday traders only, not for positional traders, or it's useless.
Yeah, in short, you can say if on the same strike OI is building up, means वहाँ पे सब लोग कोठारी सर के जैसे शॉर्ट स्ट्रैडल कर रहे हैं उसी स्ट्राइक पे, कॉल भी सेल कर रहे हैं, पुट भी सेल कर रहे हैं.
Short straddle, yeah, but that is the point of intraday point of view only. So not for positional point of view. They're doing a short straddle. They do that's again right. They say in a 55 minutes range, what's happened? In 15 minutes range, what has happened? 30 minutes within last 30 minutes, what has happened? This will be changed every 30 minutes or every. It's a very dynamic, sir. That's what I want to say. This is very dynamic. You have to be, if you are dynamic, you are more than this. These strikes will keep changing, right? Suddenly after 3 o'clock, market would spike 100 points. Then these strikes are unwinding happen, changes will happen. So that's how. So people want to cover up very quickly by looking at these strikes. Yeah, last 5 minutes, what has happened? Oh, last 5 minutes, 80,600 is broken. Then immediately they would cover up and they chase for covering, and they change their view and all those things. Okay, so any other things you would like to know on this?
Now you were explaining how to track your past trades and analysis of the past trades. So that will be through virtual trade only?
Virtual trade, sir. We keep the trades in a virtual trade. Once we, that's just historically we can maintain. This virtual trade is for just like how you keep in Excel. Same way we'll keep it in virtual trade.
So we can keep for last 1 year month-wise data and all those things we can keep
yes.
there, huh?
Yes. I'll track like that only. I'll keep all my data there only. Accordingly, just like a portfolio. How you track portfolio, previous portfolio and all, you can track.
Yeah, but once the trade is over, that month is over, then what is the point of tracking that one? What is the use of that?
So suppose you want to see what has happened last month, what are the strikes price you have taken, because just you want to track, just like a tracking purpose only. You wanted to see, suppose on Friday I posted in FFE discussion group, right? I said TCS, this is a trade I have taken, this is a straddle I went, this is what happened, this is the adjustment I made, this is the chart. How could I say that on June month? Otherwise I couldn't remember. I opened the trade, my virtual trade, I opened the strike, I opened the premiums, I recollected what has happened. So then I tracked it, then I realized what has happened on those things.
Can you show the June or May, something like that?
Yeah, I'll show you that.
एक यूज और भी है कोठारी सर इसका, जैसे सपोज कीजिए आप मंथली अपना बना रहे हैं, मंथली आप ट्रैक कर रहे हैं, अपने सारे ट्रेड्स डाल रहे हैं, ठीक है? आप शॉर्ट स्ट्रैडल कर रहे हैं पिछले 3 साल से, तो अभी आप देख रहे हैं कि विक्स आ गया है 15 पे, तो आप पीछे जाकर के देख सकते हैं कि जब 12-15 पे विक्स था, वो लास्ट ईयर या लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर, उस टाइम पे मैं क्या कर रहा था और मेरा आरओआई क्या था, तो उसके हिसाब से आप थोड़ा सा वो देख सकते हो कि उस साल उस टाइम पे मैंने क्या किया था. तो ये एक मतलब बहुत यूजफुल टूल है. एक तो आप अपना मंथ वाइज पीएनएल भी मेंटेन कर सकते हैं कि मंथ वाइज आपका पीएनएल क्या रहा और किस टाइम पे कम विक्स पे आप क्या स्ट्रेटेजी कर रहे थे और उस टाइम पे क्या रिवॉर्ड था. सपोज कीजिए लास्ट टाइम आप लो विक्स पे स्ट्रैंगल कर रहे थे और आपको उस महीने लॉस हुआ था, तो अभी नहीं करने का है लो विक्स में, मुझको स्ट्रैंगल नहीं करना है, मैं स्ट्रैडल ही करूंगा। तो दैट वे यू कैन अपना स्ट्रेटेजी को भी थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं। दिस इज मैं भी करता हूँ, तो मैं तो लास्ट 2 साल से यूज कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं अपने सारे ट्रेड सेव करके मंथ वाइज रखता हूँ, तो ये
बट
थोड़ा सा
इसमें
हेल्प
मेरे को,
करता है।
हाँ नहीं मैं समझ में आ गया आपको, दैट बट इसमें नॉर्मली दैट मीन्स कि आप पूरा महीना वो ट्रेड चला रहे हैं, और उसमें अगर आप बीच बीच में वो फ्यूचर
नहीं,
बेच रहे हैं, फ्यूचर
आप
खरीद रहे हैं, वो सब कर रहे हैं, तो वो कैसे करेंगे?
हाँ, एक ही स्ट्रेटेजी में जो भी आपने किया है वो तो सारा सेव हो जाता है टोटल।
बस एक स्टॉक
और
के
आप
अंदर, एक स्टॉक के अंदर।
हाँ, आप जो भी कर रहे हैं वो तो सारा उसमें रिकॉर्ड रहेगा।
बट वो आपको यहाँ जाके मैनुअली ऐड करता रहेंगे आप। ओके
स्ट्रेटेजी आप उसमें ऐड करते रहेंगे, आपने क्या क्या किया उस ट्रेड में, यू कैन सी थ्रू आउट कि आपने क्या क्या किया था इस ट्रेड में।
ओके, और वो आपका सेव हो जाएगा इसके अंदर? हाँ, अच्छा।
वो सेव हो जाता है, वो सेव हो जाता है, और एक्सपायरी के डे पे वो आपका पीएनएल 0 हो जाएगा, और वो उसमें आपको कुछ एडिट नहीं करने देगा, दैट विल बी सेव्ड।
अच्छा, ओके।
So here we see, sir, here, let's say this is strategy, TCS Big Loss Order, I took on July, expired, but what has happened? I know what is the profit I got, but this by this strategy. So 11,800 I got the strategy. What is that I have done? 3,200 straddle I went, and 3,300 call I bought. So what is the price I bought? Average 101. This is 90. So what has happened? What was the close? What has happened? All those things I can see here. So finally, what has happened? All those things I can expired. So this I can see. And Nifty double calendar.
इसमें there is only one problem. After the expiry has happened, we cannot analyze and see the payoff chart, how the trade was started and how it looked at the end of the trade. यही एक problem है. You cannot analyze after the expiry has happened. Rest everything is fine.
Correct. So, but obviously, right, when a contract is expired, there is no point analyzing. We cannot even obviously expired, right? Expired
No,
means
the payoff chart, the payoff chart should have been kept. This was the strategy which was made, and it finally this was the line where it closed, and this is how you know where it closed. Actually, that cannot be that without editing. I mean, that's frozen. This was your break even, and here it expired. Just for understanding.
Yeah. So see, this what I say. Please add non-expired trades to CPF. So that's what, because I mean generally, expired means expired. So we cannot analyze. That is what they meant, I think. Yeah, but it doesn't show us that way.
Because they don't have back testing facilities, so that's why.
This is one. You see, yeah, this is one. I told that TCS Straddle in the month of June. These are what are the adjustments I made. All the things it is there. Suppose Straddle I took I think 3,500. Yeah, this is one I had taken. I myself wanted to recollect. Suppose I myself want to recollect this 500 call and put. What has happened? All those things. I can see what has happened and all those things. What are the?
Might you show the light mode and then earlier one of the dark mode? The upper one was the. Huh? ऊपर वाला भी आपका सेम है ना?
When I myself exited, it was a light mode. I left it for I thought exiting. Then it shows a dark mode. I'll show you.
Sorry.
No. So these are the trades I myself exited. I closed this year. I came here personally. I mean manually I made it an exit.
Oh.
Here I didn't put exit. Just I took it and left it for a market to close. But this expired. That's why it's showing non-highlighter and that's it, disabled mode.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Any other questions, participants?
You wanted to speak something about the straddle also in the live mode, something?
I'm not sure, sir. I think participants almost more than 50% has left the one. Maybe some other day we can see any specific.
Yeah. How you are managing that after result? If there is a big move and you have taken the straddle before the result day, how you are managing that? Can you show one example with one example? Like in case of Wipro, there is a sudden fall after result. Or
yeah, when I generally, I mean general sense I can talk. So even when I take a straddle or something, my view is that generally straddle I would take for covered straddle, not a naked one. When I take a covered straddle, I know if it takes a higher jump, I have a stocks, I will give delivery. If it goes down, I am ready to take one more lot either, or I will keep one hedge far away. So that's how I would maintain. That is one view I'll take it. Other view is I will take some ratio spreads. Ratio spreads gives me wide range. I'll show you one ratio spread here. I think suppose I'll build one strategy. Yeah. Let me take, so let's say January, because it gives more premium. Yeah, it has no premium. Let's say Asian Paints, I want to see change instead of pieces every time you say. Now, these Asian Paints 150 close to that. What I do, yeah. So I will short one put at 20 rupees, lower to 150 points down, and 150. So 200. Let's say I buy 200, and 250. 200 means again I'll sell 250. Yeah, maybe 300. 2 lots. I want to sell 2 lots, 300. Yeah, these 2 lots I sold, or 1 lot is what I do. 1 lot I sold, maybe 350. I sell one more part, little part. Here it gives me 30 plus 20, 50. So no, not sufficient. Okay, yeah, sufficient here. Now, if you see here, that's just an example. Forget about that profit and loss. So what I'm getting here, so my range is almost 3,000 to 3,500. I'm getting, means upside is 10%, lower side is I'm getting 5%. If you want to increase lower side BP, yes, I can manage. I can change the strike accordingly. So a stock like blue chip, large cap stock, 10% up is expected, very rare, and 5% is down is expected. Maybe if it goes down, what do I do? Yeah, I'm happy to take a delivery. That is my plan before taking this trade. If stock goes 2,900, that level, I'm happy to take a delivery. If it goes up, obviously my strategy would give more profit. So because inbuilt features, right, the large cap blue chips would not take a 10-20% up and down, right? That is a built-in safety we get from the stocks. So I'll play bet on those stocks. I don't bet on the small cap or mid cap, or like this some stocks are there, enterprise stocks like Adani stocks and all. It keeps going up, going down. I don't bet all those stocks. I bet only some prediction is possibilities there. I'll bet on those stocks. Otherwise, I don't. Of course, some, as I explained before, right? When I started TCL and IT stocks, Straddle, on month of June, I started on May 17th. That is the time all foreign brokers started giving rating downgrade to IT stocks. Inflation, IT has gone, no use. They started falling all the way to 14% down. So 40% down is very huge, unexpected. Even after that also, but yeah, I got it. I exited with a profit. But these are the things that happen, rare case. Even if it happen, we should be ready with more margin to make adjustments. Otherwise, there's some ratio spreads. Yeah, that is how we can plan. Otherwise, if you expect some hedges, far OTM hedges we can take. What happened after that? When you take far OTM hedges, when IV is crushed, So when earnings are announced, heavy crash, far OTM values would come down. Then you can bring for ROTM edges you can bring down, bring closer, because no values even closer also. That's how we can reduce the max profit level, and with that you can play even around that. So that's how we can play. But there are much videos available on my YouTube, how I made and how I changed, how I made adjustment and all. Stock wise I explained in Infosys, I explained Pro, I explained and Data Ready, even several trades. Maybe people would like to know stock wise what has happened, how I made adjustment and all. Maybe I can
So sir,
explain now.
one question I want to ask you: square off this trade on expiry, or it get auto squared by zero? The what you are predicting?
I don't leave stocks till expiry. I try to close 1 week before possibility are there. I don't leave it for zero to auto scale because the margin, it would take margin, right? Some of the options go in the money. I don't keep them that much margin. They ask 6 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Why should I keep that much margin? I move on to next week or next month, next series. I don't keep.
And in case
Ganesh,
of ITM, deep ITM, how you are managing spread, because spread getting increased in case of deep ITM?
See, in the deep ITM, right? So that's okay. This is a buy, right? Deep ITM means I am fine. It's a buy one, which is getting more value. Then I close it. That's fine. 5 bid-ask spread is there is a maybe 2-3 points or 5 points. That is okay. That's a trade-off, right? That's a business. We have to ready to lose sometime deep ITM. We have to give it. That's fine. But we have to careful. There is no liquidity. That is the one problem. So I hardly avoid those stocks which are deep ITM will not have much liquidity. I avoid, because that's if you take Hindustan Unilever. If it is deep ITM, bid-ask prices, not only bid-ask spread is very high, also sometimes you don't even get buyers or sellers at that time.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Most of the little, but in bigger stock, this problem is there.
No, that's right. So very few. We have to identify. We have to stay away such stocks, or we have to close deep ITM as soon as possible. But even Reliance Industries or Reliance Industries, ICICI or SBI, some stocks will have liquidity very good. Whatever strikes, even Tata Motors, those stocks, even deep ITM will have a good liquidity almost every strike. Then that is a comfortably we can handle.
Ganesh sir, regarding this IVP and IVR, some people use this IVR also, which is there on Opstra. Some people use IVP. So can you just give a small difference? What is the difference between IVP and IVR?
IVP is a implied volatility percentile. See, if you see a stock, IV is implied volatility. Implied volatility, a stock will have 30 or 20 or 50. But we cannot say whether it is a high IV or lower IV. How do you say that? We can see only based on the IVP. Let us say Reliance Industries having a IV implied volatility as 30. At this today, is a 30 implied volatility is high or low? How would I know? I know only while correlate with IVP, that is implied volatility percentile. Percentile means 90% is means 90% time this is very less, which means this 30 is very high at this point of time. When you correlate with IVP, 90% is very high. Means 30% IVP, 30 IV implied volatility with implied personal IV percentage is 90%, which means very high. We have to correlate.
Okay, so when we say IV of Reliance is 30, we are talking about ATM IV, right? Because different strikes have different IVs.
No, ATM IV is different. So let me open the page. Let me this, yeah, screener. Let me go to screener. Yeah, here you see you take Punjab National Bank, right? ATM IV is there. ATM IV anyway that is there. That is a 41. But keeping 41 IV at the ATM, is it worth? Is it a high? Is it low? How do we know that? We don't know. This we look at the ITM value IV as a standalone. We have to look at with the IVP. IVP 56 with 41, which means high. If you see, like, let us say, okay, Adani Enterprise. Adani Enterprise 34, but it's a IVP is 12, means 12% time means it is a value, so very low. So we don't care about this, which means we can say this is lower IV. That's how we can correlation with, you can check.
More than IVP means better the share, na sir?
No, share better means
No.
it's not about better.
When the IVP is high, you will get a better straddle premium.
Okay.
Yeah, that more premium, right? So see, actually, let me tell you a normal way. More IV means what? Means high risk is there. That's why. More high risk means what? Why people will sell premium, lower premium, higher premium, right? They demand more premium because by seller is ready to take risk. The seller is ready to take risk. Definitely, it will be traded higher premium, right? So buyer will give you high rate, right? So it's we don't know. Risk is there, means we don't know whether stocks goes upper side 5%, goes down 5% down. We don't know. That uncertainty is there. Definitely, buyer would like to pay, sell, demand for high price. Seller will take the risk.
Sir, namaskar. हाँ.
They will sell higher
सर
premium.
ठीक है, मेल मिला, उसका लड़के का फोन भी आ गया था, विजय का, तो बस.
So yeah, any other questions? It is coming close.
Yeah,
to...
so yeah, got the IVP idea. I got in Opstra there is one option called IV rank, IVR and IVP. They are two different things, now.
IVR ranking, I think, I don't know, ranking with respect to other thing, I don't know. IVR, maybe in Opstra, IVR, other, I never, maybe I look into that, I don't know.
Okay, so as far as you're trying to say, in case of PNB, ATM IV is 41 and IVP is 56, means 56% times the IV of PNB is less than 41.
IVR tells us whether implied volatility is high or low in a specific underlying based on the past year of implied volatility data. This is what the Google says. IVR.
नहीं समझ में आया सर, सिंपल शब्दों में बताइए.
See, you can read the screen. I put it there. Just one can read this one. A high number.
No, IVP we understood it. IVP P is percentile, we know. We have already, most of us are here engineers only. So जिन्होंने IT का एग्जाम दिया है, 99 percentile means 99% of the people have scored less than them. So 56 IVP is saying that 41% ATM IV of PNB is normally 56% is lesser than 41. 56% of the times the ATM IV of PNB would be less than 41. This is what IVP says. This is higher IV. Currently, PNB is high. This is what it wants to say. Percentile we understand. Higher the percentile means, if it is 90 means 90% of the times this IV is higher side. इतना होता नहीं है, कम होना चाहिए. और जितना लो है, मतलब अगर 1 2 5 10 का IV अगर मिल रहा है तो उसका लॉन्ग स्ट्रैडल कर लो, वो IV बहुत कम है, वो बढ़ने वाला है. हाई IV है मतलब प्रीमियम्स बढ़े हुए हैं, घटने वाले. बट दिस IVR कॉन्सेप्ट इज समथिंग न्यू. ओके, विल ट्राई टू फिगर इट आउट. अच्छा सर, वो एक आपने जो ऑप्शन वाला जो अभी जो चार्ट खोला हुआ था, वो एक बार खोलेंगे. वहां पे एक स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन में देयर आर टू ऑप्शंस. वन इज this SD chart in the payoff chart. There are two options of SD. One is fixed and one is variable. What is their significance? Can you please explain?
Yeah. Okay, I never looked into that. I never. Let me strategy builder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
So in just above little. No. Bring it little down.
Down only.
Bring the screen little down.
It's down. I am at down only.
Yeah.
Private future price.
Bring it little up. Then bring it little up. Yeah. So in just near zoom in on the left side, you see open interest. On the left, you see SD. There is two options: SD fixed and SD variable. Yeah. So what are these two things, and how do we can use it in our favor? Do you have some idea about this?
I don't know this. Anybody can tell? I don't know. The standard deviation. I mean, the standard deviation they're making fixed. This is next 7 days. Dynamic is something different, but I never explored this. I don't think it is value.
If you select the dynamic, the range changes somehow. छोटा बड़ा होने लगता है.
सर वो छोटा बड़ा इसलिए होता है, बेसिकली डायनेमिक जो होता है वो बेस्ड ऑन आपका टारगेट डेट है. सपोज आप टारगेट डेट यहाँ बढ़ाओगे ना धीरे धीरे तो आपका वो बढ़ेगा, और फिक्स जो है वो 7 डेज के लिए उसका वेरिएशन दिखाता है, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. और डायनेमिक में अभी आपने एक दिन सेलेक्ट किया इसलिए वो नैरो हो रहा है. अगर आप इसी को और बढ़ाते जाओगे टारगेट डेट अपना, डायनेमिक करो और सर ये टारगेट डेट बढ़ाओ अपना. सर ये टारगेट डेट आप बढ़ाएंगे ना तो ये बढ़ेगा नीचे वाला टारगेट डेट.
नहीं, बट स्टॉक में तो हमारा मंथली एक्सपायरी होता है तो वो बाय डिफॉल्ट 7 डेज का ही दिखाएगा स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन.
नहीं 7 डेज का दिखा रहा है, बट अभी आपने जो सेलेक्ट ये नैरो हुआ ना, ये 1 डेज. यहाँ पे देखिए नीचे आपने टारगेट डेट डाला हुआ है. अभी 5 दिसंबर को आप जैसे आगे करेंगे ना, इसको मंडे का दिखा रहा है. ये नीचे यहाँ नहीं, वो डायनेमिक रहने दीजिए सर. ये नीचे आप अपना ये बढ़ाइए टारगेट डेट, ये वाला मंडे जो लिखा है ना, इसको बढ़ाइए, इसको बढ़ाइए, वो बढ़ता जाएगा.
ओके, सो आपने इफ यू हैव टू सी आवर एक्सपायरी डे का स्पेसिफिक देखना है तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? फिक्स करना चाहिए या डायनेमिक रखना चाहिए?
डायनेमिक करके आप इसको एक्सपायरी डे का डालिए, पूरा इसको वहां तक लेके जाइए तो आपको बहुत रेंज बढ़ जाएगी आपकी. सपोज ये मंडे है ना, इसको आप पूरा एक्सपायरी डेट डाल दीजिए.